5 years ago, we changed Hold'em. Now it is PLO's turn. Study any spot, any flop, turn, or river. We've got them all. Set your own custom sizings, all solved in seconds. Practice against GTO with instant feedback, powered by GTO Wizard AI. Early bird pricing is live. Try it free at gtowizard.com.
This could be the last card of the 2003 World Series of Poker.
What you see is plain luck. What you don't see is the complex calculation behind every read, the cost of every call, and the weight of every fold. You see them moving with conviction.
He's doing his Umberto.
You don't see the math behind every move. The position, the pot odds, the expected value, the edge. You see the numbers on the cards. You don't see the numbers behind every decision. And the nerve to make the right one.
He's all in.
You see them going all in. You don't see everything they held back. The doubt, the fear, the noise. The real play is never just the move. It's the mind behind it.
Go all in.
The World Series of Poker, now presented by Solana.
We'll be packing a little something extra.
Made $50,000, ladies and gentlemen.
I am now guaranteed $95,000.
It starts with one hand. Let's go play it.
I was just too tempted to play these.
All right, that was strong.
Never poke the bear. You're not better at Phil Ivey at like literally.
Let's go.
The course of 4 rounds of competition, U16 will be whittled down to just one.
To be very successful, you have to have real discipline. You have to do what you know has to be done.
Monte, did he maybe fall? Oh!
Oh my God.
Oh!
If Sergio's bluffing here, oh my God.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Poker is my life.
It is an honor to be next to Mr. Binion to open this marquee World Series of Poker store.
I can't fathom. Basically, it's filled up with poker.
Adrian Mateos, the Conquistador, looks for World Series of Poker bracelet number 6. Samuel Moore, the young gun, proving he belongs with the best. And this man may be the very best. Jason Kuhn coming after the $250K title. And with that, we welcome you back to the 2026 World Series of Poker from the Horseshoe and Paris here in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is WSOP Countdown, and we are coming to you almost live from our brand new home in the Paris Ballroom. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Platt. David Williams and Norman Chad are off. More on them in a little bit. Joe Stapleton is here.
Hello, my babies, and hello, Randy.
Randy Lewis here.
Hello.
Welcome.
That's pretty cool to be actually on the live, on the stream this time, not just behind the booth in my pajamas, but here I'm just happy to be here.
Did David Williams let you raid his closet? I've never seen you
Sharp.
in anything other than whatever you normally wear.
I
but
know.
this isn't
I'm
it.
looking good, right?
You are looking good.
Yeah, better than you, maybe.
Slender. Yeah, of course. Yes, everyone looks better than me. That's not even a thing.
It's a low rating, I suppose.
You two have been in the booth a decent amount together this summer.
Yes, some people are calling us the breakout commentary duo of the year.
Which people would
people
said that?
Some people.
Some people. I mean, I got multiple accounts. I can put some likes and put in some nice things about us.
I've gotten really great feedback about me and Randy. How do you feel about it, buddy? Now that you're done with your commentary for the summer.
Right. So now when I go home, I've got a new way that Selena can call my name and just constantly say Randy, just over and over again. But thanks, Joe.
Well, I mean, look, you're an endurance guy. We know that already. You can endure stapes. You are a Guinness World Record holder. Tell us about that. I mean, I know it's a long time ago. You're probably sick of talking about it, but it is a claim to fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back in God knows when in the Bahamas, I was asked to play the most amount of hands in 8 hours. I had multiple setups, a lot of people watching me live, and I played over 23,000 hands, I believe, and did pretty well. Had about 30 to 40 tables at once.
But what was the profit?
Less than a hot dog you can buy here. $7.
$7.65, I believe, was the exact number of that profit. But I know that we don't really talk about stuff like this, but you had to get some points or something for that, right?
Some little bit of rake back from your saying? Yeah, I suppose, but not too much. It was just a little bit of a publicity stunt.
And do you have the record?
Plaque? I do have it somewhere.
They give you a plaque or what?
You get the paper. It's framed a bit. I just have it somewhere in the closet. I'm not exactly proud of $7 in profit,
I am going to ask the question that I'm sure everyone's thinking. What do you do about having to go pee-pee?
Oh, that? Yeah, I actually held it the whole time. I had water. I didn't even touch it because I was just so laser focused. Because if you just wait 30 seconds, you're just going to start timing out on all the tables.
So Randy got a plaque, $7.65, and a hemorrhoid.
Okay, so I know it used to be 20 tables, 30 tables, what have you. I know you've slowed down a little, but is online poker still a part of your world?
It is, but I obviously don't play as much. I do a lot of broadcasting now, right? It's just nice being in the booth, getting to commentate on the very best. But, I still dabble. I just don't really openly talk about it anymore.
So who is your favorite play-by-play to work with, me or Ali Najad?
Great question.
When you're in the booth, it's you, but every other time is definitely Ali Najad.
I would say the same thing, I think, probably.
I think that's a pretty good answer, pretty politically correct. Let us get to some World Series of Poker news, shall we, to get caught up on the action from last night. 2 more World Series of Poker bracelet winners. Joe Stapleton, take it away.
All right, here we go. Buckle up, buckaroo. It's time for the tight laydown. A little Rachmana knockoff to kick things off, which is weird. We went emo because Sebastian Pally won a bracelet last night, and when he won his EPT, I had to give him a tissue. Let the music cue guide you here. There's about to be a big vibe shift.
Okay, well, you spend the first 30 seconds talking to the other person, so nobody cares what you think is unreasonable. Can you be quiet, please? No, I can't be quiet. Can you be quiet? 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 No, you be quiet. No, please. You be quiet. Can you be quiet? Can you be quiet?
I think I'm just going to be quiet. You know who can fix this? Alex Foxen. Give him the back of your hand. Seen here with his 1, 2, 3, 4th bracelet. Let's check out the 250 where Texas Mike is about to Kevin O'Leary Santos Suvarna by running over his 3 ducks with a gigantic boat. Suvarna checks the turn and Mike is asking for $180,000 for 2% equity in his company. Despite the terrible margins, Suvarna is in on the turn. He doesn't make quads on the river. Mike puts them all in. He calls it off, and for those reasons, he's out. So dirty, somebody bring him a scrub daddy. Later with 18 left, Sam Muller tangles with the good Nicky P, Nick Petrangelo, who just so happens to have the Angelos. But a 4 in the window has the Angels headed to bad beat heaven. Pietrangelo needs an ace or a jack to survive, and the Angels deliver a miracle. Oh! Minus 10 points from Nick for excessive celebration. And Mueller is now more of a fan of the other Nicky P. He's so real for that. In an absolutely unnecessarily big pot, Texas Mike gets involved once again, this time against Mateos with ace high. And much like me after my fiance falls asleep, Mateos has a little too much hand. He makes the call, making this the biggest pot of the tournament. Mateos has 10 outs twice. But he's so good, he only needed ones. Texas Mike dead on the turn, and Mateos doubles up to more than 11 million with 13 to go. Intent on doubling up the most dangerous players in the tournament, Mueller puts Kristen Foxen all in with ace-9. Maybe call her Kristen Chenoweth as she flops the baby Broadway. A wicked smile from Foxen on the safe flop. Board pairs the turn, though.
All right, Brick.
She needs to avoid a sold-out show. Sadly, it is a full house on the river, and Kristen won't be getting an encore. On the final table and money bubble, Pietrangelo still short, gets most of his chips in pre with king-queen. Binkle is Einhorn as David flops a set. Nick turns an open-ender. Despite the graphics error, Pietrangelo does not end up with the nuts hanging out the back of his underwear and stone bubbles like a glove. Do not go in there. Woo! I think that was the most number of references I've ever gotten into one of those. And that was the tight laydown.
Love that dramatic music. Let's take a look at how the final table of the 250K Super High Roller is shaping up. Bryn Kenny takes the chip lead into the third and final day. Mateos in second. David Einhorn in third. That's very good news for Charity. Brandon Wilson in fourth. He looks for his first World Series of Poker.
Sorry, is Charity the name of a dancer at the
No, it's actual
real Charity? Wow.
Sean Winter could win bracelet number 1 today. Jason Kuhn, future Poker Hall of Famer. Phil Ivey, current Poker Hall of Famer. Texas Mike in the mix. Here is a look at what they are playing for. Final 9, guaranteed $518,000, about a 35K pay jump to kick things off. 7 figures hit for our final 4, and up top is more than $4.3 million. So much money up for grabs. Randy, you have a lot of experience in calling these big-time tournaments. Who's your pick?
For me, it was actually quite easy. I know there's a lot of players out there that are quite talented, but it's Bryn Kenny. He's the chip leader. He's the very best for a reason. You know, he has an average cash over at Triton, $2 million. He won the biggest prize ever in a single tournament. In that tournament, I believe he took most of his action. So he really does truly believe in oneself. And whenever you see the big buy-ins, you see him show up, and he just always takes it down.
Number 1 on the all-time money list. Stapes, who you got?
My pick is Jason Kuhn.
Yeah.
Now, with all of the Poker Hall of Fame talk over the last couple of days, Jason, who's typically pretty quiet on Twitter, has sort of come alive and seems to really care about the Hall of Fame stuff. So I think it's going to light a fire under his ass. And I think that with that motivation, he's going to think he's even more of a lock to go in if he wins the 250K. So I think he's the most motivated right now. Clearly, he has the ability to do it. I'm going with Jason Kuhn.
2 pretty solid picks, I would say. One of my favorite parts of the broadcasts, of course, are the mystery hands that you guys call. Stapes, how would you describe how your guesses have gone in terms of knowing who is ahead, who is behind, all of that?
Look, I have made it so that basically every time there's a mystery hand, I say they have it because they choose the mystery hand for a reason.
Yeah,
the person whose hand we see always gets put in some uncomfortable spot, and it's always a situation where I would fold. So I'm just like, they have to have it this time. And I don't know if they're just messing with me, but like of the 4 or 5 I've done, they've been bluffs almost all of them.
Every time I've joined your side just to go down with the ship, apparently, because we've been wrong every single time.
Yeah. I've got it right once, but you weren't in the booth with me at the time,
great.
I think, Randy. Yeah. So I've got a low hit rate on this.
Well, maybe you could be right here, right now.
Are we doing one
now?
now?
You all a hand from yesterday that you all have not seen yet. So let's roll that. It is Ivy versus Mateos. Mystery hand time. 60K, 120K. Ivy in the cutoff off about 30 big blinds. Opens here with the ace-king suited. Great raise.
I love how the mystery hands are always against the best player in the world, too.
As Adrian Mateos does defend, flop 6 deuce deuce with 2 diamonds. Ivy continues small, 150,000. And here comes Mateos, the conquistador with the check raise, to 525,000. Ivy continues. Now 1.7 million in the middle. The turn is the 7 of spades.
Jeff, you can do commentary still.
Little rusty. First hand in a
Calling it
while.
as you see it.
Yeah, me too.
Mateos checks, Ivy checks behind. River, 6 of clubs. You know the action will pick up if this is a mystery hand.
Yeah, I just wanted to check the showdown.
And here it comes. Mateos, all of it.
Yeah, it's a huge overbet,
Just
too.
about 2x pot, a little less, I should say. So here it is, Ivy in the blender with just ace high. So Mateos had those question marks over his cards. What are you thinking here, Randy?
Well, the thing is, he sold the story on the flop, given he raised from the big blind that he's got the deuce. The thing that's very weird for me is that he checked the turn, and a lot of players would continue firing the deuce when there's 2 flush draws out there with a lot of stack to play for, and then now all of a sudden he's jamming. It looks so odd. Is he trying to kind of just trick Phil Ivey, right, who's one of the all-time greats, and tries to read the lines and maybe go for max value of the deuce? I'm not so sure, but then again, if he had a bluff, he probably would continue firing as well.
Great point, Stapes.
Look.
Oh, boy.
You remember on The Simpsons where Milhouse, I think, plays against Bart in rock, paper, scissors, and he's like, yeah, Bart picks rock every time, and Bart goes, trusty rock, it'll never lose. That's me. I'm saying he has it. I don't know what deuce he could possibly have. I think maybe pocket 6s. Is that a possibility?
Baby doll.
It's definitely a possibility. If you check raise, just try to induce from some float checks. Maybe that's a decent idea.
Thank God Randy has learned how to just sort of figure out what I've said and make it sound like there's some intelligence to it. Yeah, so I'm going with yes, he has it.
Definitely not patronizing you at all. All right, let's see. So there's the jam. Ivy folds. Mateos has a deuce.
You got it.
The 5 deuce suited.
All right. Hey, we're as good as Phil Ivey.
Bravo.
That's pretty cool.
Bravo.
Excellent. Shall we pony up 250K and play the next one?
They'll let you in there.
I'm sure they would.
I mean, commentators can clearly play because, Stapes, we've seen David Williams and Norman Chad play. Maybe that's written into their deals, some buy-ins, some days off for poker.
Can they play? I mean, there hasn't been much to report on.
That much is true. So right after we taped yesterday, David Williams was going to jump into the 10K Big O. They both ended up playing the 2500 mix, Omaha high-low 7-card stud high-low. And I went out and caught up with them both last night. Let's start with I get to ask David about how much money that he lost today. So, David, how many tournaments have you played today again? If you don't mind just redoing this part?
Yeah, it was 3 tournaments.
It's 3.
This is my third.
You had plans to play the 10K Big O.
And I played it.
And you played it for a couple minutes.
For about 3 minutes, yeah.
Backup plan was the 10K Super Turbo. How long did we last in that one?
Actually, I went 1 orbit.
Okay,
that's
a good run.
Yeah, paid a big blind and got the second big blind and went broke in that big blind.
But this one, the 2500 mixed Omaha stud, I mean...
We're hanging. We're hanging in here, yeah.
And Norman's...
That's why I have it in my contract that I'm not allowed to play any poker at all. I can't afford two 10Ks?
Yeah, he's down 22,500.
I'm good.
And he barely played any hands, apparently.
Yeah, right. He didn't.
It's like $1,000 a minute.
He didn't get in much time. Norman Chad has at least sat at the table for a decent amount of time. I caught up with him also. Norman's out of this hand. Big surprise. Norman's still in, though. No question there. Just.
I actually have it written into my contract that I don't have to speak to you after work hours.
So we're all getting what we want out of our contract.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Norman, by the way, was playing close to Dennis Weiss, who had just come off a 5-hour heads-up battle
for almost his second bracelet.
Razz. Yes. And so he did have the lead in Player of the Year. Alex Foxen overtook him. But you go from heads-up for World Series of Bracelet to sitting next to Norman on a day one. You got to respect the grind. Let's take a look at the chip counts for that 2,500. Kevin Choi leading the way going into today. Justin Liberto could be making another good run. And we have to scroll way down the leaderboard to find David Williams, not even top 100 at about 85,000. And then we scroll way down the leaderboard again to find Norman Chad with just 3 bets.
Some people
bets, maybe, I don't know.
Some people wouldn't want to come back for the next day with just those 3 bets, but not old Norman.
You think Norman makes his way into the money somehow, some way?
I don't know if he will. He certainly needs to win a pot at some point, but he is still in it.
Randy's like, it's my last day here. I don't need to say he's going to make the money. we're good relationship-wise.
I won't be seeing him, right?
That's right. So speaking of Norman, we, of course, don't have him here to be so mad, but we do have Stapes to treat us to some happy news.
That's right, Jeff. As you know, I love poker. I love the World Series of Poker, and I love World Series of Poker history. So I thought what we could do today is take a look back at this day in World Series of Poker history, June 15th.
Okay.
And our first, now, back in the day, the World Series happened much earlier in the year, so the records don't go back super far for June 15th. But the first thing I found was June 15th, 2008, which was actually Father's Day that year, and Barry Greenstein won the $1,500 Raz event. Now, at the time, Barry had a media company called Poker Road, which is kind of what put me on the map. I was making $500 a week back then. And I remember calling my dad for Father's Day, and I ended up asking him to borrow $1,000. So that was a memorable one for me. That was like from my own.
Did he give you the 1K?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Did you use it?
Of course I used it.
Of course, Stapes used it in Las Vegas.
I can't really say what I used it on.
Come on,
But
tell
it
us.
lasted about an hour. June 15th, 2014, Dominic Nietzsche wins his 3rd bracelet. It was Father's Day again. I called my father drunk from Dom's celebration party, and he reminded me that I still owed him $1,000.
There you go.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, so you definitely spent it.
Yeah, no, and 6 years later, he never forgot. So, June 15th, 2018, Phil Hellmuth Jr. wins his 15th bracelet. This was in the 5K Turbo, and it just so happened to be, you guessed it, Father's Day. Afterward, he called his wife and said, "Honey, am I dreaming?" I called my father, and he told me it was probably time that I give up on mine.
Oh, man.
June 15th, 2019, it's Phil Hellmuth news again, and this time he was the most upvoted post on Poker Reddit, which involved a recreational poker player who cashed in his first event, and Phil called him a bleeping amateur. And wouldn't you know, it was Father's Day again. And my father's most liked post was one from Facebook where he confused the status window for the search bar and just wrote the words, Kate Upton.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Got a lot of likes on that one. And finally, June 15th, 2023.
Let me guess. Is it Father's Day?
Yes, Jeff, it was Father's Day, and you're going to regret your little comment because this one is kind of sad. Oh, well, first of all, Janzaren, now this isn't the sad part, Janzaren wins the 100K high roller, and John Monette also won his 5th bracelet on that day. And I almost forgot to call my dad on this one until I remembered John's nickname, which is Angry. So I did. I called my dad, and for the first time ever, he doesn't answer. And at this point, I'm forced to contend with the thought that I would never speak to my father ever again. And I didn't have to contend with it long because it turns out he was just at Hooters with my brother. They were visiting my sister. So, and that's this day in World Series of Poker history.
Randy, I have to give you a genuine thank you for your commentary. After that, I'm a little out of it, but I do want to say thank you for all the hard work that you put in for us over these couple weeks here at the World Series. We really enjoyed having you.
Thank you so much.
Randy!
I just want to know which Hooters so I can go and find out.
You want to go find my sister? It's in Schenectady, New York, buddy. And let me tell you, it's a horror show, including her.
It's final table coverage tonight at the 250K Super High Roller. Ali Najad and Jared Blesnick are on the call. And that sound means the blinds are going up. It's time for us to make our move in price. So until next time, we leave you with these sweet, sweet moments from here at the World Series of Poker.
I've played against the best, I've won on the biggest stage. But what if I told you, it's not just about luck or talent. It's about using the right tools. GTO Wizard is the fastest and most efficient way to study any spot in poker. This is how you level up your game. This is how you unlock your potential. Don't get left behind. Get GTO Wizard today. Beat the best, crush the rest.
This could be the last card of the 2003 World Series of Poker.
What you see is plain luck. What you don't see is the complex calculation behind every read, the cost of every call, and the weight of every fold. You see them moving with conviction.
He's doing his Umberto.
You don't see the math behind every move. The position, the pot odds, the expected value, the edge. You see the numbers on the cards. You don't see the numbers behind every decision. And the nerve to make the right one.
He's all in.
You see them going all in. You don't see everything they held back. The doubt, fear, the noise. The real play is never just the move. It's the mind behind it.
Go all in.
The World Series of Poker, now presented by Solana.
We'll be packing a little something extra.
Made $50,000, ladies and gentlemen.
I am now guaranteed $95,000.
It starts with one hand. Just go play it.
I was just too tempted to play these.
All right, that was strong.
Never poke the bear.
You're not better at Phil Ivey at like literally.
Let's go.
The course of 4 rounds of competition, U16 will be whittled down to just one.
To be very successful, you have to have real discipline. You have to do what you know has to be done.
Monte, did he maybe fall? Oh!
Oh my God. Oh. If Sergio's bluffing here, oh my God.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Poker is my life.
It is an honor to be next to Mr. Binion to open this marquee World Series of Poker store.
I can't fathom. Basically, it's filled up with poker.
And with that, we welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the 57th Annual World Series of Poker, coming to you from the Horseshoe in Paris, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, coming to you from Poker's Premier Series, and coming to you from our brand new home in the Paris Ballroom, where we will crown a brand new champion of the 250K Super High Roller. And in our showpiece event of the High Roller stretch of this series, that champion will receive more than $4.3 million, along with one of the most coveted World Series of Poker bracelets that we have. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Platt. Thank you all so much for being with us. Let's just go right ahead and meet our final 7, shall we? And we start with number 1 on the all-time money list, more than $85 million in career live tournament earnings, and representing the champs of the world with that Jalen Brunson jersey. Right. Bryn Kenny is here. Yeah, and some applause for Kenny right off the bat. He is seated to 40-year-old Jason Koon. Now, why would I mention his age? Because he is now eligible for the Poker Hall of Fame. Just saying, for one of the best to ever do it. Are we going to continue the applause? Yes, Jason Koon is here. Okay. Next up, our chip leader, used to these high-pressure moments, big money spots. It's what this man does. He leads the way going into this final table. David Einhorn has arrived, which is great news for charity. He represents our game very well. Next is the man that Daniel Negreanu calls one seed because he believes that he is the very best in the world right now. Brandon Wilson looks for his first World Series of Poker bracelet. Samuel Muller has a bracelet on his resume, won the GG Millions at the inaugural edition of WSOP Paradise. Can we hear it for Mr. Muller as well? And we'll definitely hear it for the Conquistador, 5-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner and the winner of this event in 2021, Adrian Mateos. And who I'd like to call the best player to have never won a World Series of Poker bracelet. So if you could just win one so I don't have to keep saying this. Sean Winter, rounding out this final table. Now before I send it to you all in the booth, I wish you all the very best of luck in this super high roller, and I tell Marcus to shuffle up and deal. Here we go. One more round of applause. Thank you.
We are here. We're back. 7 left. $250,000 buy-in. Over $4 million for first prize. If you look at the chip counts, David Einhorn technically in first with 19 million in chips. Bryn in second, Mateos in third, down to Muller in 7th.
Yeah. It's confidence coming with 15 big blinds with 2
Folks,
meals and a bunch of snacks. So that's how you got to do it.
We talked about it yesterday.
Give your meals away if you get stacked. That's what I do.
My prediction with 10 left in this tournament was that it would be the Conquistador, Bryn Kenny getting head up. We are excited to watch some of the best poker with 7 left in one of the most prestigious tournaments you will ever watch. First hand here, Wilson.
Yeah, just right there, straight ahead.
Opening with King Jack. The blinds here are 2 and 400,000 with a 400,000 big blind ante.
She's ageless.
And Muller is going to work right away. Wilson opening to 800,000 in the cutoff. Winter waking up with 2 7s here. We watched him throw 7s into the bin yesterday to an open raise from Texas Mike. I expect Winter to continue that and throw it away as he does. And now back to Wilson, who folds. And a great start here by Muller. And chat, for all the praise and all the hate that I got, I am here to tell all of you, watching this live,
9.
You're going to watch great poker,
You have a 9?
and if you don't want to listen to me, you can put me on mute. But I'm telling you, I'm going to give you some of the greatest insight that you have ever seen in the history of a poker tournament. It's that simple. If you want to watch greatness, then listen to me. If not, put me on mute and watch the final table play out. We're going to get back into the action here. I want to talk about Jason Koon here for a minute. They talked about it earlier. Jeff mentioned that this guy's 40 years old.
But you didn't say man, so.
He's my favorite to get into the Hall of Fame this year. As those of you that don't know, you have to be eligible at the age of 40. Action to Winter here in the small blind. And Kenny's going to pick up that pot. And you know, Kenny from Long Island, New York, is wearing a Jalen Brunson jersey. Kenny's been a Knicks fan his whole life, growing up in Long Beach. The all-time money winner. Saw on his Instagram story earlier today he was getting a beautiful haircut. Looks great. And he's ready to battle today with some of the best players in the world. Action on Mr. Einhorn, under the gun who folds. Now again, we're gonna follow up and go back to what's really important right now, which are stack sizes, okay? You look at Mateos with 16 million in chips. He's taking advantage of his stack and the fact that everyone is gonna want to jump up and pay. 7th place pays $629,000. And then it goes up 140,000, then it goes up 250,000. Then 4th, you become a millionaire. And then it goes up from there. Pay jumps are crucial with 7 left in this buy-in. The money is real. This is their own money that they're playing for. And we're going to take a look now at an earlier elimination here. Texas Mike has 8s and Kuhn. I guess Kuhn is going to end up winning this flip, and it comes King 10-4. And there it is. He turns Broadway and eliminates Mike, who looks like he got his money back with 2 entries there.
Thank you. Thank you. You didn't need them. Yeah. Fortunately, you didn't need to make a pair, luckily.
And it looks like we're... And it looks like Ivy was eliminated, queens to jacks in 8th place. It's really unfortunate that we're not able to watch Ivy play. And here we are, folks. We are down to 7. And joining me right now,
oh my goodness,
I have the
what
pleasure.
An honor.
I have the pleasure of a guy that I have so much respect for in the poker world, Mr. Jeff Platt. Jeff.
Buzz, this is cool, man. This is a treat for me. Thank you for having me. Let's do it, my man.
It's all right. It's luckier.
7 left, Jeff. They're playing for over $4 million. You've got some of the best players in the world. Are you excited to watch greatness?
I'm pumped. As you could tell, I could hardly contain my smile at the very beginning of this. 200, 400K blinds.
Kenny here, Queen Jack. And again, Kenny is the chip leader of the tournament right now. Look for Kenny, look for Mateos to be overly aggressive. Einhorn here with a defendable hand in King 8.
And he does do just that. 2.2 million in the pot, as you see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Ace 10, 6, couple hearts.
And this is a great flop for Kenny to continue. This is his range, the pre-flop razor. He knows for the most part the fact that him and Einhorn have 18 million plus in chips, that they're not going to want to play a big pot with each other. So let's say Einhorn had a hand like Ace 5 here. He's never going to raise. Look how quickly Einhorn folded with King High. Okay? He doesn't want to play big pots with guys like Bryn Kenny and Adrian Mateos.
Number 1 on the all-time money list. $85 million in career life tournament earnings.
It's unbelievable. And you know what? Bryn and I came up in poker together. We started playing red chip poker.
Wow.
Red chip, $5 chips. Bryn and I were playing back in New York when we were 18 years old.
A 2-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. 1 online, 1 live. His live one was in 2014.
I started my business just about 4 years ago.
You see TVK in the background. He's next to Einhorn's fiance, Natalie.
Kuhn here. He's got 8-9 on the button. He can go either way with this. And again, Jeff, I want to talk about this while the action's on Kuhn. You just mentioned the fact that this man's 40 years old. I have him as the favorite to get into the Hall of Fame this year. Is this something you've talked about on your countdown show?
A little bit, yes. Which does air every day. Thank you very much for the plug, Blaise. So if you had just one nomination to make, would it be Kuhn for you?
This year it would be.
Okay.
I told the world that Nick Schulman was the clear number one
Yes.
last year. That was obvious.
Yes.
We all knew that. I was so excited to be able to put Grinder and help him get into the Hall of Fame for what he did, winning the main in the 50K. I think Kuhn is a guy that is a great ambassador for poker.
Yes.
Okay? He is, we talked about it yesterday in the telecast. This is a guy that never plays bad poker. Like, think about it. Have you ever seen him play a hand poorly?
No.
And in poker, it's all about being fresh and playing good at all times. And Kuhn is a professional on every level, and I'd love to see him get into the Hall of Fame this year.
And to be considered one of the best tournament players in the world, alongside being one of the best high-stakes cash game players in the world, he's withstood the test of time, has the respect of his peers. He's a surefire poker Hall of Famer, and we know. Question is only when.
100% here. And now, again, you look at this guy, Wilson, okay? This is the guy that impressed me the most yesterday at day 2. Okay, I watched a guy in Wilson who is in his early 30s coming up. He fights for every pot. He's very aggressive. He's got great instincts. He has great feel. And that's the other guy right there. You want to talk about who impressed me on such a high level as Mr. Einhorn. For a recreational player, Jeff, that guy right there, he played phenomenal poker yesterday. Phenomenal.
Just very impressive.
No, he didn't.
How he's able to show up, once a year,
Still your small
play at
blind.
the highest
Still your
stakes,
small
compete
blind.
against the best of the best. It's my first time in here, Buzz. Do we read like the ad copy? You know, GTO Wizard pops up. Shout out to them, sponsor of the program. Is there anything, you know, Ali does?
I sit here, I do my thing, and I watch greatness.
Fantastic.
And I analyze. And to be honest, quite frankly, I'm getting a little tired of the chat.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm literally about to, turn here in a way.
A heel turn for Bless?
I think so. I think so. Because I'm tired of all these haters in the chat. But we're going to get into that later.
I don't have an undershirt, though.
That's fine.
I don't want to. Like, that's fine for like 10K.
You'll do it for 10.
Yeah. I'll give you the pink shirt for 10.
It might be a little big on me.
You don't have to wear it. You just take it from me.
Probably a discount for what he paid for it. Yeah,
nice
do I have to
one,
give it back? I can sell it for 11.
You could try. I'll autograph it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Offering 10K for the shirt. The Brunson jersey might be worth more coming off the NBA championship for your Knicks.
Talk about an NBA Finals. The Knicks winning in 5 games. They won 3 out of 4 in San Antonio.
Jersey. I did. Wow, great memory, dude. That's crazy.
Muller jams in the small line with the A7 off.
Yeah. And one thing I noticed about Muller yesterday,
Yep.
GTO Wizard,
Heads up. Very inactive.
great instincts, made a couple mistakes yesterday.
25K heads up, yeah. Last time I played that tournament.
Ali, I apologize, Jeff.
It's just
I'll leave you here later.
Who are you most excited? You've commentated some of the best poker.
There's no better way to do it.
What's your prediction here? Who's going to win this tournament?
3 hours in between.
Ooh, prediction. That's tough. It's hard to
Make it so people play as soon as both matches are done and give you like 15 minutes off.
It'd be
listen
pretty
in.
cool.
Yeah.
It's also just like a really taxing, hard tournament for.
Yeah, you got to put a lot into it.
A lot into it. The stakes are quite small, and
Wilson has jacks.
that'd be sick. I'd be all about it.
Oh, look at this. Now, jacks here is too strong to just shove here.
A little more than 10 bigs.
10.5 bigs. If I had a hand like ace-10, I'd probably shove. The thing with jacks is you want action here, okay? And this is exactly what I'm talking about, Jeff. Muller wakes up with threes, right? So let's just say in this spot Wilson shoved, then Muller would fold his threes. This is a better spot, Jeff. The Conquistador has ace-10 suited. This is why you don't shove, because now this is the type of hand where Mateos could fold, but now he's re-shoving.
There's the jam.
Yeah.
Winter has ace-queen suited.
Wow.
Oh, for sure.
Now, as tight as Winter plays, I can't see him getting away from this. Winter's in there, and Wilson, I can't see him folding either. And Wilson is going to be in a great spot here.
A three-way all-in right off the bat, pretty much. With almost 13 million in the middle, Mateos with the ace-10 suited. Winter ace-queen of spades, Wilson 2 jacks.
I think it's me.
Don't give me that jersey, Bryn.
Thank you. 10K.
Wilson is 51% here, three ways.
Then it's 50.
Okay, to have over 12 million in chips.
This moment right now, if you win this hand, the price is up.
About a 130K pay jump from 7th to 6th.
This is
About
fun.
$340,000 separates 5th and 7th.
For everyone.
Could Mateos find a way
My opponents.
to score the double KO? Get us down to 5. That would catapult him into the chip lead.
Adrian just sitting there.
Incredible is the perfect word for it.
He is a strong
I'll tell you, man,
Sam's okay
this is a
with it?
lot of what tournament poker is. Everyone played their hand perfect. It is what it is. Mateos had nothing to do here. He had no other option. It was a, Jeff, it was a cutoff raise.
Yeah.
We're playing seven-handed poker.
I'm also confident Einhorn did not fold ace queen.
With Winter and Wilson around that 10 big blind mark.
Yeah, I think we just.
I think just run it, right?
You can just run it, and then we'll figure out who gets what.
Sounds good to me.
Otherwise, we could be here for a bit. The clock's running.
Let's just run it. Winter, all in and at risk. Wilson, all in and at risk for a touch more.
Run it twice.
Mateos has both covered.
You and Brandon.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I think Brandon. Oh, Sean does. 5, 6. That's close.
Mateos lost. He'd fall to the middle of the pack.
Oh, okay.
Adrian.
Oh, 9-8-6 with 2 clubs.
What do you mean?
See the outs on the top of your screen for Mateos.
Wow. The Conquistador becomes the favorite here on the flop. He's got so many kill outs. Any 7, any club. He has his opponents drawing dead.
Another 6 of clubs.
Hey, wow.
How about the queen of diamonds on the turn for Sean Winter?
You 6 of clubs? 6 of diamonds. What are you talking about?
Wilson now needs a 10.
This is such a wild hand, Jeff. This is wild.
Fair the
I mean,
board.
Wilson now is pretty much dead.
River card is a 6. Wilson is indeed dead, out in 7th place. And Sean Winter scores the triple up. Wilson is going to have a little bit left since he had a little more than Winter and he beat Mateos.
Well, he's got to pay you too.
But he'll be on the ropes.
Santos.
Mateos falls to about 12. That's what Winter moves up to.
Santos told me early day 1 when I had less than starting.
That was one of the most wild three-way hands I think I've ever seen. With the hand removals and ace queen, and then this guy needing a 10 and a jack.
I know.
And I'll tell you right now, Sean Winter here with over 12 million.
Well, Santos, I believe in him.
He is a very, very difficult opponent to get chips from.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
He is one of those guys where he's not going to win the max, but he's also going to lose the minimum. He's one of those players that it's really hard to beat him. Him and Kuhn have the same type of style where it's very hard to get their chips. And I'll tell you right now, this whole table is very happy that man right there, I like to call him the Mario Lopez of Spain. That guy right there, Mateos, has lost about a third of his chips.
275.
Yeah, the green stocks.
Feel for Wilson, the young gun.
And you
Played
know
it
what?
perfectly to Blez's point. Nothing he could do.
And Jeff, I'm going to stand by my statement of what I said with 10 left in this tournament. I still believe this. I believe when it's all said and done, live tonight, that when it's head up, you're going to see the Conquistador, and you are going to see the #1 all-time money winner in Bryn Kenny. I believe, and I said it with 10 left, that they are going to be head up.
Yep.
They are, without question, the best two players at this table. And a lot of times in poker, the best players do win. And I think one of those guys is definitely the favorite to win this here live tonight. Folks, do not go anywhere. You are watching a $250,000 buy-in. This is the biggest poker buy-in of the entire World Series of Poker. I'm here with Jeff Platt. He is the face of the World Series of Poker. You see him everywhere. Jeff, look at this.
An honor to be here with you as Mateos looks down at ace-king on the button. No time to rest.
And look at Mateos. Look at his body language. And again, look at that.
Kenny passing on the 10-deuce suited with a decent amount of chips.
And I said yesterday that in the big blind, when you have two suited cards, you should almost never fold, okay? The difference now is the blinds are 200 and 400,000. The stacks are a lot shallower. And you got to remember something. Bryn has a lot of respect for Mateos, okay? If it was a weaker opponent, he probably would have called.
I mean, I've got to dig deeper on your comment. You saying that Kenny versus Mateos would be heads up with the two best players at this table. I mean, Jason Kuhn is here at this table.
Yes, he is.
Whew.
Yes, he is.
It's coming in hot.
Yes, he
As
is.
is Wilson. We'll just call with the ace-7 suited, Muller, king, queen of hearts.
And now if I'm Muller here, it's definitely a spot where he should isolate here. There's a lot of blinds. He's a favorite over Wilson, who has less than two bigs. Expect him to raise here to at least $1 million. Let's see what he does. And he calls. This might be GTO.
Kenny, the ace-9 suited.
Okay, and you know what? I apologize. You know why he's calling here? This is one of those ICM plays, right?
Yeah.
This is where they want to see Wilson get eliminated. So the more people in the hand, it's a more likelihood chance, because the whole table knows how good Wilson is. They want to get him out of this tournament. And if Wilson doesn't flop an ace or make a flush, he will probably be out of this tournament.
Comes 10-5-3. It's top pair for Kuhn. It's about a $77,000 pay jump. That, I'm sorry, was from 8th to 7th. From 7th to 6th, like I said earlier, is about $130K. And how about this from Kenny?
This is, again, this is next level, okay? Kenny doing this, all he's thinking about is, do I have Wilson beat? Because that's the guy that I care about, because I can, in theory, bluff out anyone else. So, for example, Kuhn here calling, okay? Kenny knows that he just has to get past Wilson here by the river. This is a brilliant bet by Kenny, and unfortunately, most of you watching this have no clue as to what he's doing.
The heel turn continues. Blez.
Okay?
Wilson less than half a big blind left. Couple backdoor draws.
And watch this, right? What's great here is this, okay? If the turn is like a jack, a queen, a king, it's a card where I could see Kenny stab at it again, because, again, he's only worried about beating Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And that turn is the ace of diamonds.
And you know what's crazy, Jeff? This is a card where Kenny can actually now check. He can check this card. It's weird, but I would tell you when he doesn't get there, he should bet. But now I could see him checking, especially into a big blind. But let's see. And he's going for chips. He's betting.
1.175.
$1,175,000. Now Kuhn in a bit of an awkward position. Picks up the gutter to accompany the pair of tens.
This is wonderful poker right now.
Kuhn not done.
Okay.
River is an 8. That will end the day for Wilson unless somehow Kenny exits this pot, which it's very hard to see happening.
Now remember, okay, Wilson is all in this hand. He had 1.5 bigs under the gun, right? So his range could be anything for the most part, right? He has he can have any hand here, right? Now, oh my God, Kenny is value betting again.
2.175.
Now remember, I said it on the flop that Kenny was using the leverage of Wilson, right? And there's this massive side bet here, a side pot. So I'll tell you this right now, is that Kuhn has 2 options here, okay? Calling is out of the question, right? Okay, a lot of times here he can fold. But I'm going to say this right now. Oh, my God. And we're going to... Oh, my God.
Look at this from Jason Kuhn, who makes it $7 million, who wins a sizable side pot, and Blez, who keeps Brandon Wilson in this tournament.
I'm going to say this right now. The future Hall of Famer in Jason Kuhn. That was one of the best poker hands I've ever seen televised, ever. And I'll tell you why. Because his play is so believable. It's so believable. He's in the big blind. He could have any combination of all that. He could have flatted the turn with a wheel. He had a deuce blocker. That was one of the greatest poker hands I've ever seen in my life.
That is exquisite.
And most of this chat still doesn't get it. They don't get it.
Maybe just close the chat.
They don't get it. Wow, that was unbelievable. Jason Kuhn literally just owned the all-time money winner.
Yeah.
In his office.
Wow.
And I was, by the way, I was getting into it. I was saying that he can't call the river, right?
Yeah.
But his other 2 options
Fold
were
or
obviously fold or raise. Okay? The standard play there is to fold. But Kuhn did something that 99.9% of poker players cannot do.
No way. His shirt says Brunson. You can't make this shit up. Look at that. There ain't no way. You really can't make it up.
That was unbelievable.
Whew. That's just so, that's
unbelievable.
Exquisite. And Bryn's got to be somewhat rattled, right? You hear him say, I should have thought about it.
But that's the thing, right? When you raise there, you're so strong.
Yeah.
But again, Kuhn used the leverage of Brandon. He thought a 10 would be good in the main pot, right?
Did you roll for,
So
like,
it's supposed to be
the
good.
Knicks lifetime? All right, if it says Brunson, I'm raising. It says Brunson. No?
Sometimes
We also, Blez, have the 5K seniors final table going on right now. Incredible turnout for that event, 673K up top. So I'm going to awkwardly toss it to me on the floor for that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're both, yeah.
Final 4 of the 5K seniors high roller. Felipe, let's go take a look at who that final table consists of. Our chip leader, Juancho Rodriguez, guaranteed $223,000, about a 90K pay jump from 4th to 3rd. To his left is Chad Lipton. Lipton finished 3rd in the 10K GG Millions the other week. What a series it's been for him. As we move over to Nariman Yagmai, more than $2 million in career live tournament earnings. This is his first World Series of Poker final table. And finally, this is King Lou's second cash of the series. She is looking for her second live tournament win. This is on the stage. We'll continue to keep you posted. First place in this one, more than $673,000, guys. Well, thank you very much. Me? Kuhn on the button with Jack 10.
Raise 1.2.
Do thank you all for being here. Very much appreciate it. At least,
With bringing a little motion into it.
at least I thank you all for being here. Bless might be happy that you have our stream on, but certain comments driving back are insane.
The Wilson here electing to call here. There's no value in raising when Kuhn has no fold equity. He'd like to see a flop out of position. We call this the stop and go.
Yeah, notice the sizing that Kuhn used. He went 3x pre. And both flop top pair, which is clear trouble for Wilson with just 850K behind.
And the fact that Wilson flop top pair, I'd rather see him, you know, I mean, he could bet here. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Kuhn's
with two
not
big
folding.
blinds going in. Kuhn happy to make the call, and here we go. Brandon Wilson all in at risk. 4.7 million in the middle. If he does find a way, he's back up to more than 10 bigs.
I want to say this as Wilson is most likely going to get eliminated. You are going to be seeing a lot of that man right there.
Absolutely.
Looks like I would have got there.
Oh, and that's
Turn
such
into
a bad
deuce.
card for Wilson. This guy Wilson, Jeff, I'm telling you right now, I've watched a lot of guys come and go. I've watched more guys go than come. This guy has a future as bright as anyone.
He's got staying power, that's for sure. Brandon Wilson out in 7th place. Well-deserved round of applause. Leaves with more than $629,000 still in the hunt for his first World Series of Poker bracelet.
Brandon, I'm telling you this right now. I want you to play this back and listen to me.
Yeah.
The future of poker is very bright for you, young
Stay
man.
right here. You have to stay right there. We're gonna.
And I don't say that about a lot of people. But you have everything it takes to be great.
Jason Kuhn, more than $75 million in career live tournament earnings. Won the 50K last year. But boys, here's a guy who looks at the 250K as his main event, that this is the title that is missing on his resume.
You know, the #1 poker tournament in the world obviously is the main event. That's the one tournament that everyone wants to win. If you're a poker player that plays every game, you want to win the $50,000 PPC. But if you are a big bet player, this is without question the #2 tournament you want to win every year at the World Series of Poker. Seth Davies did it last year, okay? The 250K buy-in. Back to the action here live on Sean Winter. Opening for a min raise. And again, we've talked about this earlier in the big blind with suited connectors. Let's see what Muller does here. And again, we're seeing a tighter final table here.
And no small blind in that hand.
Oh, and you know what? That's also why he folded, because he's not getting the right price with no small blind.
18?
18.
I have a little bit more than that. I have more than that. I don't know.
And I'll tell you, Jeff, what I appreciate about this table. There's a lot
can't see how many
of guys
I'm not
left.
trying to
Okay, now I see 9.5 in purple. Oh no, 11.5 in purple.
Like 11 and a half.
He's got more. I didn't even see
12, 12 and a half plus these.
Jeff, you know what
Yeah, but
all these
Jason might not
guys,
have bluffed that.
besides
He-
Merle, have in common
He
left?
thought he was going to have the lead.
They've all been playing poker for nearly 20 years.
Never mind, sorry.
You're
Sorry,
seeing
Jason.
a ton of talent. You got 5 guys that have been playing
My bad.
for over 20 years. GTO, Wizard, and Muller. Einhorn here, opening to $1 million. Gets it through.
David Einhorn held the chip lead when we started our coverage today.
Think so? Yeah. Don't cool my hands off. Oh, your hands are cold too.
Well, I always have.
Here's a guy that has such an intense
They actually
passion
did
for the
lights, too.
game.
That's not unusual for me.
Oh.
I always have. That's why I like this. Brings out all the adrenaline.
Sure
That's why I'm
does,
saying it makes you cold.
Problem is when you do
Looking
it
for that
300 days
first
a year,
World Series of Poker bracelet.
your body's not so appreciative.
Well, I don't want to do this.
His fiance Natalie is on the rail. But before this final table, I chatted with David. Well, David, chip leader entering this super high roller final table. How would you sum up what kind of opportunity today is like for you?
I mean, it's going to be just a fun day.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, I took Monday off, you know, and here we are playing cards. We got 6 more incredible players to play against and see how we do.
How do you sum up the level of competition here?
It's extremely difficult. These guys are very skilled. There's nobody who does not know what they're doing. So, you know, you just need to have good fortune and timing and make good decisions.
With that said, you do have a background in high pressure spots with lots of money on the line. Does that give you a kind of advantage on the felt?
Well, I mean, I think if I have an advantage, which I really don't, but if I had any advantage here, I'm just playing a game. And for these guys, this is their livelihood and their main thing that they do. And for me, this is just kind of a hobby. And so that I think that allows me to take it in proper perspective.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck today.
Sure,
Thank you. Wes, I feel like you could kind of share that perspective as you're somebody who now does not look at poker perhaps as seriously as you once did, and you can come in, you can have your sports cards, but you can kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the show just whenever you want to play. You're in there.
Poker is a really fun game, but when you don't have to play it and rely on it for a living, it makes it a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, you have an advantage when you have outside money to support you when you're playing poker. You know, back in the day, I'd have 6-figure swings daily. And there were days I would cry. There were days I'd be emotional because I would lose a lot of my net worth. And the fact that you could play poker now for fun makes it a lot more interesting of a game. Back to the action here. You know, you're watching Winter here fold the best hand yet again.
Kind of speaks, dude, it's going to be hard to get chips from Winter if he's just going to fold deuces, you know.
It's exactly like I said. It's going to be hard to beat him.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get his chips, but it's easy to beat him. And I look for the trend here. That guy.
$250,000 buy-in, 56 entries, creating a prize pool of more than $13.7 million. Our final 6 guaranteed that number that you see on your screen, $760,000. And about a 212K pay jump from 6th to 5th. Our final 4 will all make 7 figures, and up top is more than $4.3 million, the biggest first place prize of the 2026 World Series of Poker so far.
Oh my God.
Einhorn
wakes up with 2 aces.
Mateos with 5s on the button.
Oh my God, look at this. Look for Mateos here to flat here with 5s.
That's exactly what he does.
And notice how Kenny gets out of the way with ace-7 offsuit. And for most of you that don't know, which I'm going to explain to you, ace-7 offsuit plays really bad 3 ways. If you were head up, you can defend with that hand. But because it's offsuit 3 ways, your hand plays brutal. And Einhorn here.
With his fiancée watching.
Yes, his beautiful fiancée. But look at this. Okay, it's a great flop for 2 5s.
Yeah.
And Mateos elects to call.
$5 million in the pot. Mateos about $10 million behind. The turn is a king. Could that allow Mateos more paths to exiting?
That's actually a great card for Mateos. Why? Because now ace-king gets there, king-queen gets there.
Oh, this looks sizable.
And I'll tell you this right now. This is a great bet by Einhorn. And again, the trend with Mateos is very simple. He usually is going to make the right decision. And I expect him to fold here, knowing that Einhorn is very solid. He's not getting out of line, and he knows that Mateos is a better player than him. And he's out of position. And there we also see TVK
Yeah,
right there.
TVK is a part of the Einhorn rail today. So are David's parents.
It's a really big bet here on the turn. What is Mario Lopez of Spain going to do?
5 WSOP bracelets on the resume of this man.
I expect him to pass here, but we'll see. There he
Yes,
is.
indeed.
Yeah.
Nice lay down by Mateos. Good pickup for Einhorn.
Hats off to Einhorn.
Like, any chance he can make
I have not watched this guy play a hand poorly in 2 days. Not one.
Comes in here and has competed with the best of the best.
Not one. And Einhorn gets off on this. This is what he loves.
Yeah.
He wants to play the best in the world. He wants to compete in the biggest buy-in in the world.
Hoping he hit the king. Wow, sick.
Always donates his winnings to charity. I think he represents the poker and business worlds very well.
He wouldn't have folded king.
His fiancee, Natalie Kaplan, on the rail. She and David, very philanthropic, have been throughout the years.
Six left. The next pay is $760,000. Then it goes to $972.
It's pretty exciting overall when you consider the massive buy-in, the huge payouts, the star-studded final table, and kind of the more amateur recreational hero of sorts, David Einhorn, competing with the best of the best. Just so many storylines are here.
You know, Jeff, you know, we're big fans of sports. We're big fans of WWE.
Yeah.
You're watching, right? You're watching Kenny and Kuhn. You are watching two Hall of Famers, okay? You are watching two guys that have won more money playing No Limit Hold'em tournaments than almost anyone in the world. Where else in any other sport can you watch this?
Great point.
Where?
Great point.
With a billionaire at the table and
Great
Mr.
point.
Einhorn. Where can you do this in the world?
Can't do it anywhere else.
Yeah, that's so bad.
And again, they're watching it for free. How are we not charging these people to watch this?
And just to continue with the WWE analogy, I feel like you're Paul Heyman in this instant.
I'll tell you this, I'm about to lose my mind.
Queen of Hearts.
I'll tell you this, I'm about to explode on this chat right now because I can't take it. The amount of people that said, ban Blez, why is Blez here? Get Blez out of here. I can't take it.
River is a 4 after it goes check on the turn.
And who bet the flop here?
Jason bet 1 big blind. Kenny check call, check on the turn. Kenny checks on the river. Kuhn's just going to check. King high good.
And you just watch one of the lowest level hands being played of these two guys.
Right.
But again, that's what makes poker so great, right? You watch the race with Kuhn with 10 deuce, and now you watch a small pot.
Bryn Kenny shows up when the stakes get big, when the buy-ins get high. As we take a look at the 10K Big O Championship, already down to 15 players. All guaranteed about 40K. This is day 3. I believe we're scheduled to go 4 days with this event. And speaking of stars, Sam Soverell sitting next to recent World Series of Poker bracelet winner Scott Clements. Both have won 4 WSOP bracelets. Both rocking the tank top. Both are pretty jacked. Respect. Oh, James, the Aussie, with more than 1.3 million. Always a threat in these high-stakes mixed games championships. Speaking of threats, this man, Nick Schulman, the 8-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. This would be something special if he could win number 9 here in the 10K Big O.
Nick Schulman is the most talented all-around poker player. If there's one person I had a bet on at the World Series of Poker, it is Nick Schulman.
Just everything, all around.
Everything. Everything. Talent, looks, commentating, everything. Give me Nick Schulman. You could take the field, Jeff. Take it all.
Mike Matusow, the 4-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. And David Benjamin.
And that is not one of the best-looking men on the planet, but that is David Benjamin. He's also a legend.
Benjamin catching strays.
I love David.
Back here with Kenny on the button with the Jack-8 suited.
Me and you?
Back to the action here. Looks like it's going to get through. Again, outside of that 1 3-way pot, we saw the 10 deuce hand. Nothing too interesting so far. Remember, as the play gets smaller, you know, and there's less people left, hand ranges start opening up, okay? When you're 6-handed, okay, there's 3 people at this table that heavily favor 6-handed play. Bryn, Kuhn, and Mateos, okay? They're used to playing all stack sizes with all amounts of people, and unfortunately for guys like Winter and Mueller and Einhorn, they want to see more play, more people at the table, just based on their play style. It doesn't mean they're worse players. It just means that their advantage is when there's more players at the table, okay? Just like when you're playing head-up poker, you're forced to play almost every hand. The less players at the table, in theory, the more hands you're supposed to play. Winter here opening with ace-jack. Mueller here has a decision. King-6 offsuit. King-high could be the best hand. But Mueller, playing fairly tight so far, has folded twice out of the big blind.
He is the shortest stack by far when we start to develop these ICM considerations.
Yes, and again, you know, a lot of people take the ICM approach. I still don't know what it stands for, but I know what it means. Independent chip model, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I do have it. But again, a lot of you play by ICM. I think it's a disaster, but it is what it is.
I mean, I have to follow up there. Why do you think it's a disaster?
I don't believe in it.
Okay.
And you've watched me play. You've commentated.
I have. Yeah.
Okay. I've never believed in it. I think it makes players worse. I think people care too much about the pay jumps. When you play poker, you play to win. Okay?
Oh,
look at this, the conquistador.
Mateos wakes up with the ace-8, happy to make the call for 11 bigs. And here we go.
Chop.
Samuel Mueller.
9 versus 9.
Oh, and an at-risk winner says chop. Some of Sean Winter's one-liners are just terrific.
Bryn, you were never a baccarat guy, right? Nah. You probably
Oh,
really
not
good
that
at
big of a dog. It comes queen 9 for all clubs. Mateos has the ace of clubs, but the percentage is flip.
Blue.
Mueller becomes the slight favorite.
That doesn't surprise me.
This would make Mateos the short stack.
Oh my God, he
the
makes
turn
3 nines.
is a 9. See the outs for Mateos, top of your screen. The river is the 5 of clubs, and the conquistador eliminates Mueller in dramatic fashion. How's that for a run out? Kept us on our toes. Round of applause for Samuel Mueller, out in 6 for more than $760,000.
Mueller, you made a couple errors the last couple days, but overall you played great. GTO Wizard. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you. Good job on the 6th place finish there.
Fourth place 1.1 or 1.3? I can't see. Fourth is 1.3.
Fourth is 1.3, just to answer Winter's question.
5 left. The guarantee now is $972,000. The difference between 4th and 5th now is a little over $325,000. Okay? The pay jump from 4th to 3rd gets real serious with over $500,000 in pay jump. This is very important to know because the players are all aware of that. Everyone here cares about all these pay jumps except for Einhorn. Winter here has a easy call here in the big blind, a suited king,
15-5, 16-5,
king deuce.
16, 16-6, yeah.
I'll tell you this right now.
What you got, 19?
A lot of other players would actually 3-bet a hand like this. This is actually a really good hand to 3-bet. The solver says they like to 3-bet suited king twos. I've never looked at one, but I'm pretty sure that that's right.
I feel like some of the offsuit big little combos are some 3-bets as winner does flop a flush draw as it comes queen 5-3 with 2 spades.
You were just on 2 million or something. That's crazy.
An Einhorn here.
I had like six behind, but still the difference.
Betting $1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like at the bottom of the
I'd love to see Winter put more money into the pot right now.
Yeah, brutal.
Fortunately, no jack there.
No jack.
I love this by Winter. This is really good raise by Winter. Well played, Sean.
Makes it about 2.5. Einhorn quickly out.
He had the best hand, but it doesn't matter because on a turn brick, Winter probably would have had to fold, but he took control. He showed aggression. Nice hand played by Sean Winter. Jeff, how's your? I want you to talk about your countdown show and the World Series.
Appreciate that.
How's everything been so far?
I think it's been great. Thanks. You know, we're just trying, Bloods, to get a little bit better every day. You know, just trying to improve the process a little bit. Our countdown show, you all might have seen it, airs right before our live stream every single day. It's me, Norman Chad, David Williams, Joe Stapleton, rotating cast of characters. Perhaps it could be the champion of this event. Perhaps it could be Jared Blesnick. We'll see. We've had Nick Schulman on, Yuri Zivalevsky. Randy Liu was just on today. Mateos, 2 jacks on the button.
I'll tell you, you've seen a lot of great people win bracelets so far.
Yeah, star-studded field, huh?
The #1 power couple in poker, the Foxons.
Yeah, both Foxons have won.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now look at this. Mateo with 2 jacks. 3 bets here. Einhorn is getting the right price to set mine here with 3s.
Ace, king, deuce, couple clubs.
Now, in theory, this is a bad flop for Mateos. But remember, he's the 3-better that hits his range more. And I still like to see him go small here, really small. The advantage that Mateos has in these spots is that he knows he's not going to get played back at, right? So even if he's beat, he can invest a little amount of money, decides to check, which is fine as well. But the good thing is that he knows, okay? Mateus knows that Einhorn is not going to try. And look at this. Einhorn checks.
Yeah, and could this be a spot where Mateos at this point thinks, okay, I'd be happy to get to showdown. That's fine. Versus betting and maybe getting called by better when worse is going to just fold anyway.
Mateos decides to take another card off here. And if Einhorn decides to check the river, I don't see the...
Yeah, there we go.
And again, okay, I'm going to teach all of you guys something again that you guys don't know, okay? If you look at the way this hand played out, Mateos checked the river. Why? Why do you think he checked the river?
Because if he bets, then better hands are calling and worse hands are folding.
No. You ready for this?
Yes.
He checked for information. He checked for information. Okay. That's why he checked. He wanted to see the types of hands that Einhorn is playing, and because he's in position, he gets to see Einhorn's hand first.
Well, boys, I have some good information for you, as now you will be joined by a real pro, the best in the world, in Ali Najat. But it was a pleasure. This was a treat, my man.
Thank you.
Keep going. Keep going heel mode.
Always. From the beginning.
But yeah, again, Jeff, Mateos wanted to see his hand. Mateos here. Opening king 8 suited.
2.5.
Oh, and look at this.
2.5. 2.5 is
the bet.
And this is going to work. This is going to work. Winter is one of those players that gives off the image that he's very, very tight. but he's very capable of making plays like this, and he gets away with it a lot. Because, again, he's got such a good image, okay? And look at this. This is what Winter does. He's a very dangerous player to play against, okay? Because he has this in him, and he knows when to do it. Great play by Winter. I'll tell you right now, Winter here is ready to compete. He wants to win this.
Well, while Sean Winter was ready, yours truly was not when it came time to get on air here today. So a debt of gratitude to Jeff Platt for covering as this field was melted down to just 5, Blez, in very short order. And I confess, I thought maybe, just maybe, given yesterday's Operation Fire Alarm Gate, where you ran out of here and left me dolo, I would be able to make you melt down. But I got to tell you, you handled it well. Granted, you had the Jeff Platt crutch, but I'm proud of you, my friend. And obviously proud of those 5 who are here, including David Einhorn, as you touched on. Toward the latter part of last night's coverage, his presence here, not his day job. And he is looking very much like he belongs. Here, he's looking like Queen High, the same way he did before this flop, defending against the Mateos Open. El Conquistador with top pair, brings 550.
I got to say, I'm proud of everyone at this table. Proud of you. I'm proud of Jeff, and I am not proud of everyone in this chat. I am completely on edge. And after last night, I've made the decision, Ali.
Yes.
That I am turning on all of them. I am turning on all the chat, all the hate I'm getting. You know, as much love as I get a lot more hate. And quite frankly, I am tired of all of it. I'm tired of all of it. And you know what?
Tell me.
Yeah, I'm in blue, Jason.
This might be the end of me.
No.
I think they all want me gone.
No,
I think they all want me gone.
No, here's no. I don't think that they
15
want
you know
you
what?
gone. I think they want just maybe perhaps a slightly diluted iteration of you. And not DELUDED, but DILUTED. You know, because there's bless you're a lot. And I love you.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? They're not all ready for this.
I get it.
You might be ahead of your time.
Sports cards is a great business. Picking up the action.
Ace Queen for Jason Kuhn on the button. We know what's going to happen when we see that image, and sure enough, 2.5x open, uneventful.
Oh my God, Ali.
Talk to me.
I'm just, again,
You
five-handed.
can't look at it. Oh, I thought you were staring at the chat.
5-handed.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh my God, look at this. Look who's left in this field. 5 left.
You're not surprised, though. We have Sensei Bryn Kenny, a man who, if I just randomly tell you, hey, there's a 250K somewhere on Earth with 5 left, you're like, yeah, Bryn's there, right? Meanwhile, Mike the Mouth Mattisau, blast from the past. He's here up against Josh Ray of Tennessee, and it looks like Josh has claimed a pelt as the Mouth is out in 14th in the 10K Big O. He's going to pick up a cash and memorialize it. Just shy of 40,000 there. Bruno on the right, rocking his Brazil gear. Local legend. Look how quiet Mattisau is. That man's nickname is the Mouth, Blez, and he has found a silent gear.
I got to say.
Tell me.
Mattisau, I bumped into him on the way in here, and I got to be honest, I heavily regret it.
What?
I heavily regret
Wait,
it.
What?
I love Mattisau, but if I ever hear another poker hand from Mike Mattisau, I will never walk into Paris ever again. I can't take it. Mike, I love you. Never talk to me about a poker hand the rest of your life.
Blind versus blind here. We picked this one up in progress. Limp pot pre. You saw the 2 checks on the flop. Jack 5 tray board. Pair for Kuhn. Best of what's around. Turn card does deliver a gutter to Bryn. One thing that you know about those that remain, Jared, is that the ICM is something that they are so keenly aware of. Right now, the payout is the last of the 6-figure ones at $972,000, but the bump up to 4th, and not at all negligible, $340K.
We were talking about the ICM. There's one person at this table that does not believe in it, and that's Bryn Kenny. And that's why he's won so many big tournaments because he doesn't play for fourth, he doesn't play for third. Bryn Kenny plays every tournament to win.
King on the turn after Bryn check called.
And I think Kuhn's going to be happy to get to showdown here with third pair.
Yeah, he did pick up the heart draw, which obviously helped to motivate those fives to make a little noise, and he is going to snack on Sensei's stack. Working his way north.
Kuhn with almost 18 million, 44 bigs. 5 left. By the way, our boy Einhorn is picking up right where he left off yet last night.
In what respect?
Just continuing to play great. No mistakes.
I confess, when you said one person doesn't care about ICM, I certainly felt as though, just given the way Nacho Barbero brought us infamously the line ICM is for poor people, that it would be the billionaire in the field that would be disregarding such things. But Einhorn, he really likes to put forth his best effort, and I feel as though you may actually be right. Ironically enough, even though Bryn Kenny is the winningest player in the history of poker, and in that way, perhaps he is more enabled to disregard some of the ICM that plagues people, if that's a fair way to describe it, you know. But it's a pretty remarkable thing to consider that maybe Bryn Kenny actually cares less about the ICM in this moment than David Einhorn.
Yes. And again, Einhorn is competitive, okay? A lot of people play poker to earn money, okay? A lot of you in the chat play poker and you lose money, okay? But I'm telling you this right now, is Einhorn plays poker to make the right decision.
Yeah. And Kenny fires with top pair. Pretty straightforward pre-flop raise, follow through and take there for him as he takes back some of that lost in the last exchange with Kuhn.
And again, you're noticing a lot of slow play here with mediocre hands. Okay, no one has gotten out of line yet. We've seen not that many errors. But unlike yesterday, as great as I was talking about all these players, I'll hold that thought, Ali. The seniors.
You need not hold thoughts. Go on.
As much as I was praising all these young players and all the great play, I'm here to tell you today that that's going to change. And I'm going to find every single mistake that these people make, and I'm going to bury them.
Bless, I don't know if that's going to go over so well for you. You have to walk through these hallways, man. You might just get blindsided at some point.
I don't care. I don't care.
Jack 3 board had a couple of clubs, now 3 of them, giving Lipton the flush draw here. Dominated 5 in a blind versus blind collision. Limped pre, no betting on the flop. Rodriguez deciding to ask for the pot here for $500,000. And it will be awarded. Nice choice there. Juan Rodriguez and Chad Lipton, specifically. Juan, 52 years of age, from Peru. Marketing major from Butler University. Likes to play tennis when he isn't out there playing cards. Career live earnings of $672,000. Meanwhile, for Chad Lipton, also 52 years of age, from San Diego, who went to Johns Hopkins, a professional poker player who likes to do a little salsa dancing when he isn't on the felt. I gotta tell you, somebody who likes to salsa dance on the side, Jared, the vibe I get is maybe we see some spicy lines.
For sure. Oh, wow. This, by the way, 844 entrants, Ali.
Yeah. Everybody, just think about it. Each year, how many players turn 50 and can actually play the seniors? As, of course, kings will be played here on the button. Rodriguez says, vamos.
9.
There's Nariman Yaghmai, who I'm sure is dividing his attention between this final table and a little sweat on the Iranian national team in action today against New Zealand in Los Angeles.
With all due respect,
tell me,
to all the producers here, with all due respect, why the hell are we watching a 5K seniors event when we have 5 left in one of the most prestigious tournaments of all time? Why are we watching the seniors event, Ali? Talk to me.
Yes, I'm going to explain it, Jared, because unlike in the past where this glimpse would come at the expense of whatever is happening in real time over at that 250K, this time around, the format is such that we aren't missing any of the action over there. It's all being compiled, and it will be delivered. So rest assured, my friend, we miss nothing of any consequence over in the 250K. Meanwhile, not missing this flop is Yaghmai, as in the big, he defended and downs the Cowboys promptly.
I got to say.
High board. Quick check back, by the way, from Rodriguez. Tell me.
I just want to get back to the action. I just want to watch. So just to be clear, we're not going to miss any hands?
Yes, rest assured. No, I mean, you might miss a hand that doesn't matter. A few hands that, raise and take, check, fold. You know what I'm saying.
I'll tell you this. I'd rather watch a check fold than this 5K seniors event.
Come on, man. Jared. You can't say this is a big deal.
It is. But we're watching 5 of the best potential poker players. You have to understand something, right? It's not every day that you get to watch a final table with guys like Kuhn and Breen Kenny and Einhorn and Mateos and Winter. And you know what? For once, the chat, I think, actually agrees with me on this.
Okay,
how about that? For once.
Is this the turning point?
No.
You and chat have made up?
No. I do not care for the chat, but at least they're agreeing with me. They don't want to see the seniors event, damn it.
It's a backdoor diamonds here as the turn was check called by Nariman, not exceedingly proud of this ace-5. And for Rodriguez, what are we going to be targeting here with 2 kings? A 10 doesn't feel like the kind of card that's going to call. Yes, we have that king of diamonds, but a barrel here would seem a little greedy and a little lean, don't you think?
I got to be honest, Ali, I'm paying absolutely no attention to this. You're on your own for this one. Congratulations. Enjoy your seniors event. I am paying no attention, and I don't care. Go ahead.
This is not right.
Go ahead.
And by the way, Jared, I warned you about these Celsiuses. How deep into this first can are you, my friend?
Celsius, this is my new best friend, this true.
I got turned on to it last summer, and I got to tell you, it's been a real ride. Oh, my goodness. Jared Rodriguez gave this a big, long chew. Oh, actually, never mind. You're not paying attention. I'll handle this.
You could see
1.2 into 3.6, and I confess, 1/3 pot, it feels strange. It's not so large as to maybe make an ace think twice, and with the queen on the end, you see Yaghmai's kicker issues have been resolved. I'm a little perplexed at this decision from Juan.
Ali, you're on your own. Have fun.
Buddy. I'm telling you, take it easy on these Celsiuses, Jared. I've been down this road. They come on Miley Cyrus style, stone wrecking ball. Just pace yourself. You can just sense the awkwardness of the situation for Yaghmai. Eventually, he does find the call, and I think all parties are going to be a bit surprised that 2 kings are rolled over here, but pleasantly so for Yaghmai.
I was trying to debate if I should value bet river or not. That's what.
You were debating if you're going to value bet the river. I'm going to tell you this on air. I don't care.
No, just stop.
No, I'm joking.
Jared.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But I'm not joking the fact that we got to get back to the 250.
Thank you.
You know what? I promise.
Get me back there, Ali.
Okay.
I'm cool.
We're back.
There it is.
I can breathe. Congratulations. All right, back to the action here.
Pocket 4s.
5 left. Kenny's got 4s. Oh, and this is where it gets interesting, Ali. They both have about 17 million in chips. Under the gun to cut off. And look at Kuhn here. recognizing the stack sizes and flatting with 2 9s.
It's a log jam across a number of these stacks. And there's so much left to play for with 4.3 million up top and just 4 places between here and there. So in first place, heading to the flop, are the 9s for Kuhn. And there they stay as a single overcard confronts them.
Now, in theory, this is actually kind of a good flop for Kenny because for the most part, all of Kuhn's holdings would not connect on this board unless he has like a pocket pair like he actually does, right? He's not calling a raise with any sort of 5s in his hand or deuces. He could have Jack-10 suited, 9-10 suited, but Bryn here feels like he's got the best hand. This is a flop texture where Kuhn is most likely going to call. There's no value in raising. He's got position. They're very deep.
That way they just steal me over here.
And he decides, I believe, to call. And let's see 4th Street here.
I say, guys, wait.
And Kenny still feels like there's a chance that he actually has the best hand here. And Kenny turns all this equity, Ali.
Open-ended now, courtesy of this tray. As Kuhn just very content to try to keep a lid on this as it stands.
Now Kenny here
needs an iron.
Yeah,
a steamer.
I don't even know. I'd assume he would probably lean towards checking here.
No, I was just talking about the linen. He does check, by the way, Blez.
And now if you're Kuhn, right? The board is dry, okay? You're not really worried about a lot of hands that are going to catch up and beat you. Oh my God, Ali, look at this.
Runner, 6 high straight as the turn goes check, check. And I'm not sure how much credit Kuhn is going to be giving to Bryn in the face of a bet for a 4 in his hand.
Yeah, and this is a spot if I'm Bryn, okay? I would love to see him go and bet. Why? Because he's never supposed to have a 4 in his hand, okay? He could actually get Kuhn to make a mistake and raise him in a way, in a really sick way, knowing that. Oh my God. I love the sizing by Bryn Kenny, okay?
7.2 million, a massive overbet. And this is where Kenny really shines, doesn't he, Bless? Because he's so aware of his image, and he leans right on into it to create a lot of doubt in his opponent's minds, and he knows Kuhn is capable of a big hero call as well.
Yes, and more importantly, okay, Kenny is doing this because he's telling Kuhn, hey, I have basically the nuts or nothing. Kenny would not make this bet with jacks, with queens, with a 10. This is either a bluff or a hand like a set or better here. And Kuhn knows that, right? Kuhn also knows that how does Kenny have a 4 in his hand raising under the gun? Okay? But again, this is where Kuhn is so good. That is, guys, that is a very difficult fold there by the future Hall of Famer, Jason Kuhn.
To be fair, it's a pretty difficult call as well, but one that we know that he could make. However, he's just looking at the spot here, Jared, and it's a risk-reward calculus at all times. So, taking one is... Sensei, can we unpack this collared shirt under the jersey situation? In your whole life, Jared, he looks like a man that came out of the office to go to the Knicks game and just kind of threw one on. Have you ever worn a collared shirt underneath a basketball jersey in all your years?
I never have, but I will tell you that I think Bryn Kenny has one of the best fashion senses in poker.
Well, he has a very unique style, and far be it from me to actually, you know, I'm having fun with Sensei here because he's given us some real moments through the years. This one actually is kind of more business cash, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Ace-10 of clubs casually makes it 1.1 under the gun.
And the blinds are up. Stacks are getting shallower.
Levels 1 hour in length, by the way. See the defense from Bryn. No fruit on this branch. Queen, queen, 4.
And let's see here if Kuhn is going to bet small or if he's going to pot control here.
Pots are so enormous. I don't understand it. Like, I'm like, it's a Simori's pot. Why are there so many? Like, you bet 7.2 million last hand. I was like, man, that's a big bet. I didn't have much. I wanted to call. I really wanted to fucking call, but I didn't have much.
Sounds like not much. It's like ace high.
Oh, man. I was like, Brent's got queen jack here for sure. He's fucking me up with queen jack. I can feel it.
No, that time he had it.
Like, you scared me back for that 10 deuce.
Hey, this is just bluffing a bluffer. I had a good hand.
Einhorn has got 2 8s under the gun.
His turn to get paired up and make a little noise.
Play the game, baby.
5-handed here. Kenny waking up with 4s in the small blind here. Now again, these are the type of holdings that play a lot better when you're deep stack, okay? Small pairs are the type of hands that you want to try and crack. You know, a big pair, they're very disguised. We're going to see a flop here. 3.2 million in the middle.
Small blind flat, drawing Einhorn's attention. You saw 1-4 into the bin as it comes 9-7 tray. And 1 overcard to the 8s to contend with for David. Action checked over.
And I'd like to see Einhorn here continue the betting. 1 overcard to his 8s. It's a great flop for Einhorn here. Decides to check. Turns a jack. Now, if Einhorn checked the flop, if Bryn decides to check here, I'd like to see Einhorn check back again on this turn card. Decides to bet. It's protection.
Are you surprised that after checking back on the flop with a second overcard rolling off that certainly could have connected with the small blind flatting range, that Einhorn would elect to bring this 1.2?
No, I think it's fine. I'd expect him to check the river here and just get the showdown.
Well, second jack. Kenny looking to do some of the same. Does go knuckle, and 5.6 will go Einhorn's way.
Yeah. And again, another well-played hand by Einhorn. I got to say, Einhorn holding his own. His beautiful wife, Natalie's on the rail. I apologize, fiance.
And looks like Jeff Platt has worked his way over to said rail for a visit with her.
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
With David's fiance Natalie on the rail. So what's this experience like watching him in a 250K super high roller tournament?
It's beyond exciting, nerve-wracking. I'm like shaking. It's amazing. It's extraordinary and so much fun to watch all these incredible players who are so incredible to watch, and having David there with them, it's just spectacular.
How would you describe his passion for this game?
He loves poker. It is one of his favorite pastimes, and he is so excited to be playing with the best and the best and the best. So it's just wonderful for him and for us, and it's great.
You two are both very philanthropic. You know, what does something like this do for charities around the world when you know he's going to donate now at least like $750,000?
So exciting.
Yeah.
And he plays always every time for one organization. Right. And so the organization is gets so excited, and every time he plays for a different one, and it just, they get so thrilled, and it's the best. And I'm so nervous. I'm so excited for him.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Finally,
and for the organizations, it's really incredible. He really, this is his passion to give back as well. He gives back in other ways, but this is a fun way to give back everything that he wins. Always.
You two have both been very involved in business through the years, and there's a something that translates from business to poker, right? And something that's some lessons maybe that you want to pass on and teach.
You know, it's been so interesting. When I met David, I never knew about poker. And so I have been learning poker and actually playing. And I learned all these skills from poker, you know, learning about risk and understanding yourself. And I started looking around. There's, you know, women in this field, but not as many as there should be.
Right.
And then I was thinking about all the women in finance. And then so I'm partnering with a woman named Jenny Just, who started Poker Power, and we're going to create a conference for financial literacy and poker with Neuberger Berman. So I'm very excited because I want everyone, and women in particular, to learn all the skills that poker teaches you as a skill and for life.
Well, we're very excited for that, for you, for David, for all of it. Thank you very much for the time. Very much. Let's go. You guys, I'll send it back to you. Go, David, let's go. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Crazy, right?
You know, the unbridled excitement that Natalie has watching her man do his thing out there, especially somebody new to poker, is refreshing to see. I talk often about how within the echo chamber we can grow a little bit apathetic as we've lost so much touch with the novelty of the game. But for someone like her, and obviously David, who are such wonderful philanthropists, it is a great moment and nice to have them involved as well. I know he's forged some solid relationships with the community and the super high rollers in particular. Those are some good peeps by and large. Meanwhile, some good hand deems Jason Kuhn is this queen jack, hence the flat for 850 from the small blind. However, this is not a good flop for him. Kenny, meanwhile, on the button, on the attack and picking up an open ender.
Kenny here. Remember, he's got position. He has about the same chip stack. And he believes he's the better player here. And he chooses to be aggressive. By the way, I want to say something, Ali.
Tell me.
That interview with Natalie, that was one of the best interviews I think I've ever seen in poker.
Okay, now we have to find the gray in the crayon box, because right now I feel like everything's black and white, Jared. You know what I mean?
I mean, she was so excited.
Yes, fair.
We need to see more of that in poker.
You know what? I'm going to push back, and I'm going to push back ironically enough, because I think an interview you did with Jeff way back in the day, where you had those big bug eye shades on, and he asked you a question and you said, none of this matters. I don't even care about this. And you would just cash for a huge summit. Was it the 50K? If I'm not mistaken. And then you just turned directly in the camera and said the words sports cards.
Yeah.
Unsolicited. It really, I have it bookmarked in my Twitter. It was so hilarious. That for me was peak interview. That you were peak interview.
You know, it's funny, Negreanu always talks about that as being one of the greatest interviews. I think there's so many people that give such standard answers to things, especially most people watching this right now in the chat, that they don't necessarily know how to give a great interview, okay? You got to speak from the heart, okay?
That's a good place to start, I think. I also just want to make sure you don't feel that anybody ever listens into just about anything that you say and thinks to themselves, standard. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think you know what I mean? You got your own drumbeat out there. You know, for better and or worse.
By the way, we just missed something here.
What happened?
Einhorn
3-bet from Einhorn with the 5-4, was it?
Yes.
Risky. Did he look dead into the camera, by the way, right
Yes, he
afterward?
did.
Like he knew it was his time to shine? Getting after Jason's Queen 10 on the button. So a little zig and zag out of that seat as we give you this third day of the 250K Super High Roller by the numbers where 4 have fallen. We are waiting to crack the 7-figure barrier in payouts north of a $300,000 hop. That's what they're jockeying for. And the stack distribution, Jared, is such that it's very cagey out there. Who wants to be the person to risk not making that pay ladder? These blinds at 250, 500, though, and nobody is particularly deep.
No. Again, you're going to continue to see a lot of tight play here. Look for Kenny and Mateos to open more pots. And again, I'll say this again. 5-handed, ranges open up. And I always talk about this in poker, okay? The more skill in poker is when there's less people at the table. Why? Because you're forced to play more hands. Someone like myself who's always been a head-up player, we'll go back to that thought, and we're going to go back and revisit an event. Ali, I'm going to be honest. We're back on the seniors event. I'm going to tell you this right now.
Mm-hmm. You quit?
I'm taking a break. I can't breathe. I can't take this. Why the hell are we back on the seniors event? Ali, take over. I'll be back. I can't breathe.
Well, I guess I'll fly solo in the cockpit for a little bit as Chad Lipton with the king 8 of clubs deliberates and then jams. A little north of 4 million. Note the blind level here, 250,500, just like at the 250K. Yaghmai with the king-queen is going to call, and this could be a golden opportunity for him to whittle this field down to 3 and ensure himself a podium finish. Lipton in trouble. Hunting clubs.
King Queen is ahead, covering.
King 9-7 with 1 club. Both players flopping top pair. Far from wrapped up is this one. 2 to come. On the hunt for an 8 at present is Lipton. Board pairing 9. Now the ace for a carve up. Another 9 does the trick, as does a king. No clean winners. And the 8? No. Oof. I almost, for a second, right after establishing it doesn't work. Good thing the 9 rolled off for Yaghmai. You see a lot of love being shown to Chad. But unfortunately, the door as well, as he will add $223,000 to his career tally of 2.1.
That's crazy, though. If you don't hit the
His
9,
41st career World Series of Poker cash.
No.
And 9th final table.
Good luck, guys.
So bracelet number 1 is going to have to wait as Yaghmai ascends to the top of the leaderboard in this seniors event. All right, back now to the 250K. Don't tell Jared. Oh, damn it. He heard me. We're back. We're back to the 250K. Ace 9, Ace 5, Kuhn suited up front, makes it 1.1. Now Kenny thinking about things.
I'll say this again. Production, if you want to show the seniors event, you're going to lose me. You're going to lose me. I want to watch 5-handed poker in this tournament. I'll say it again, production. Do not force me to watch the seniors event.
Okay. Established. You saw the jam there from Kenny as he forces Kuhn into the bin. Some weight being thrown around out there. We already saw, sorry to interrupt you, Jared, but we saw the 3-bet from Einhorn with the 5-4 not long ago. We've seen Kenny throw his stack around a little bit. I don't feel as though from this 5-handed point of late we've seen much activity out of Winter and Mateos, and no sooner do I say that than the Ace-5 brings the min bet. And takes it.
Is Einhorn the chip leader of this tournament right now?
I mean, if he is, it isn't by some massive margin.
I think
right?
Einhorn's got 21 million in chips.
Okay.
And again,
so 21.3 we're being told precisely for Kenny, 21 for Einhorn. Those are the top 2 stacks as you see the man on the hunt for bracelet number 6.
And I'm still going to stand by it. I think when it's all said and done, it's going to be Mateos, and bring Kenny head up for over $4 million. And if we're able to get that, Ali, if we're able to get those two head up, you can't even compare it to a sport. You can't.
I mean, I will tell you this, and it's not a slight to anyone else. I just want Sensei out there with whoever the other player is, because Bryn heads up for all the marbles is a spectacle. It truly is.
100%.
Meanwhile, King Jack for 1.05 is a dominant holding against the Queen Jack suited of Winter. And the Jack trade deuce bailing. Not bailing, forgive me. I see the out kick there from Einhorn. I thought it was a queen high flop bailing Winter out. And instead, this is a problem.
This is going to be, we talked about it earlier, okay? And again, I'll say it again. Winter is a guy where it's very hard to get his chips, okay? But he also wins the minimum. And you're watching him check back top pair, which in this spot, he looks like a genius, okay? He checks back. He watched Mateos check back Queen Jack twice yesterday correctly. And now Winter here is almost getting what he wants. 1.5 million into him. He's going to call here. In position. He has no spade, but he most likely feels like he still has the best hand.
Yeah, the only thing.
And so does Einhorn, of course.
And there's the call by Winter.
Have, like, the corner.
And let's see 5th Street.
Yeah, someone told me to
and it's a complete brick here. I'd love to see Einhorn continue the betting.
I didn't actually think about it, and I sent like one of my buddies.
Remember, this is Einhorn's. Einhorn is going for chips.
$4 million.
I mean, this is a tough little spot for Winter. I know it's top pair. I know it's a queen kicker, Blez, but you're looking over at Einhorn. And yeah, this is...
The problem is, Ali...
How do you get away as played?
Exactly right. The problem is Winter checked the flop. Ooh. Natalie, if you're watching this right now, that man, David Einhorn, has played perfect poker for almost 2 straight days. Chat, if you're watching right now, which I don't care, but I'm telling you right now that David Einhorn, the multi-billionaire who's going to donate all his money to charity, has played perfect poker for 2 days.
That doesn't by chance upset you, does it?
No.
Okay.
I love it.
Good. What about Raz? Do you love Raz?
Phil Hellmuth loves Raz.
No, that wasn't my question. Do you love Raz?
I don't love it.
I don't even like it.
I like it, but I will tell you this. That is a top 3 Raz player in the world in Scott Seifer. I'm not pushing back.
I mean, listen, player, you know, we're looking at a man who's headed for the Hall. 7-time bracelet winner, Seifer. Some amendments to how many people can get in. Rest assured, he'll be there when it's all said and done. Chino, $20 million man. He's in the mix.
I'll tell you this. Scott Seifer with 13,000 in chips and a 10K Raz, you're going to think this is ridiculous. He's dangerous with 13,000 in chips.
Okay, well, his stack is clearly not amongst the biggest ones in the room. He has work to do, as you saw the work that was turned in by Philip Sternheimer earlier this summer. Made a run at 2000. He picked up a PLO-8 bracelet. There's Todd Brunson, son of Doyle Brunson.
That man right there, living legend, Todd Brunson. One of my favorite people in poker.
Probably, pound for pound, one of the toughest opponents that I have faced in the cash game streets. Just so solid, and just every spot thinks it through. I can't remember the last time I got a bluff through that guy. I'm dead serious. Meanwhile, Chad Eveslage also considered solid. Chris Vitch was in the foreground on that one. I don't know if you caught that. There's Terrence Reed. 3.8 million in front of him. I'm sorry, 29.5 in front of him, 3.8 in career live earnings. That would have been a lot of chips. We would have had to launch an investigation. There's a double bracelet winner this summer alone for 3 in total, part of the Japanese wave, the tsunami, if you will, that has descended upon the series. Naoya Kihara.
Oh, there he is. Chris Brewer. There's a man right there who's not a favorite in this Raz event, Ali. He could play big bet, but I don't want it. I don't want him in a Raz event. Christopher Brewer right there. Why are you showing Brewer in a Raz event production? Why?
Jeremy Osmus, 6-time bracelet winner. 1900, we've got some work to do here.
And why are they showing Osmus here with 1900 in chips?
Because sometimes a chip in a chair story needs to be developed early. There's Alex Livingston, who's been putting in time in the booth of late, as well as on the felt, of course.
Livingston, great guy, great player. Yep.
Great player.
But back to the action here.
In the seniors?
No more seniors, no more Raz. Five-handed. They've been playing five-handed here for almost an hour. Bryn Kenny, sensei, opens with King 10 offsuit. Again, look at the Conquistador with 10-8 suited in the small blind. That is a hand that plays very well deep stack early in a tournament, not with 5 left out of position. This is one of the most important things that you guys are going to learn watching this, is the hand values go up and down based on stack sizes and based on what's left with ICM in the tournament. This is one of the biggest mistakes that all of you guys make in poker, is not knowing how you value your hands based on your position in a tournament.
So the raise and take.
And Bryn looking at all his time extensions, even though I can bet any amount of money that he will not use all of them by the end of this tournament. Winter here. 9-7 offsuit in the small blind. Again, with the big blind Andy here, you're in theory supposed to call here with most of your hands, but he decides to just move in. He's got a little over 10 bigs. He just picked up 2 bigs. He went from 10 to 12. And again, that's a good hand to actually shove with. Why? Because a lot of the times you get called, you're behind. But here's what's interesting, is that when a lot of times you get called, you actually have 2 live cards. Okay, so a lot of times you get called by Ace X, King X, you know, a small pair where you're 50-50. So in theory, that's actually a lot better hand to shove with some of the other hands that he could have that are actually better than 9-7. Action on Einhorn.
Queen Trey not going to pique his interest. Suited Jack now.
Mateos making a tightish fold for him in the cutoff. And look at this. Kenny's got 5s in the small blinds. We watched Einhorn yesterday with 5s, limp re-raise against Wilson. Let's see what Kenny does.
Just rips right into Jason, and the Jack 3 will concede.
You have like 9, right?
Now,
10?
No, more. Oh, I had Jack of Spades first. I thought I was going to get my initials in. Obviously, we're going to have a party.
10.4?
Now I have 10.4, including my small blind.
I just gave away 10.4.
I plan on receiving 10.4 in the next 2 hands. I just don't know how. Got to dream big.
Always. It's been working so far. We've all been dreaming.
And what's hurt so bad today is the hands that I've been re-raising. I've had the most beautiful hands when people stick me in until I'm like, just call. Ace 5 suited, Queen Jack suited. Oh, yeah.
Now Winter with 2 5s.
3.6.
They're being passed around like a college doobie. 3.6. This is over half of Winter's chips, and
oh my God,
Black Deuce is right into the bin. This is not a mistake, is it?
By Einhorn?
Yeah.
It's perfection. Why?
More fun being short.
Because
You have to
again,
be-
it
you have to
doesn't
worry
matter
about
what
fluff and
Sean
top air when you
has.
get chipped.
This is this stage. This
He's gonna
exact
have at
stage
least
of the
2
tournament,
overs.
I call it like the convergence stage because like anything can happen right now. It's like
Oh yeah.
there's been so many times I've been like on top of the world. I got all the chips. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna win, and then I just lose 3 hands. I'm out of the tournament because everybody's like all in, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it all. I've been on every side of it.
I'm trying to be on the right side today, buddy.
We're all trying to be. Just got to stop hero ball.
Yeah, but I just
Plus maybe like
every other person in the world.
51 that didn't make it this far.
Yeah. Pass.
I was trying to be the hero, hero call on top of the world.
It wasn't too much of a hero call.
Queen 7 suited, limping in. Mateos will
Hello.
allow it with the ace 8. Eyes locked on, trying to soak up Einhorn's reaction to this 7-4 tray board where he's got himself top pair and an excuse to fire.
Einhorn leading here. Top pair. Mateos has an undisguised ace high. No connection with the flop here. And what's great about the coverage is that a lot of these players went back and watched the film and have learned a lot, okay? Guys like Mateos study. They watch the way people play, and it helps them, right? Einhorn has led for the most part with a lot of made hands. And Mateos knows that, and he elected to get away.
You know, you just want to avoid those murky spots, for lack of a better way to describe them there, Jared. You know, we know Adrian's one of the best in the world. Your claim is ultimately when the dust settles, he will be the GOAT of 2-card, if not right now. But even he surveys the landscape and asks himself, is this what I want to do? Get myself down the streets with ace high here against the guy that holds my fate in his hands? And he says no, and we get it. Meanwhile, let's see if Kuhn wants to get it with 2 6s. He does not, Jared.
And again, if you're wondering why he folded there, I'm going to tell you why, okay? It's a situation where Kuhn does not want to play a pot with someone that has a covering stack, okay? You could see the cards. He folded the best hand, but it doesn't really matter, okay? Because he has a vulnerable hand. He also knows that this is coming. I'll tell you, man, again, the reason why Kuhn folded here, okay, is because when he flats there, it now opens up for guys like Winter to come in and 3-bet a lot lighter.
I wonder if
okay?
I flop top
and
pair,
Kuhn
I'm
knows
gonna go
that.
with it.
Well, Winter, without the presence of Kuhn, was willing to push back on Kenny there with a king 9.
Yeah, and again, the other thing is this, right? Winter's the shortest stack, okay? Kuhn is going to play by ICM, and he's going to try and wait for Winter to fold. To go out of this tournament to start playing more hands.
Now, I know that on multiple occasions Jeff Platt has gone on record, and I'm curious what your take is, but many seem to agree that Sean Winter, the greatest player without a bracelet in the game today. Thoughts?
1.1.
I have no opinion.
Really?
I have no opinion because I don't have information.
What do you mean? Like you don't know all the other players that don't have a bracelet? But the ones that come to mind, I mean, you know, you're in these circles as we see 2 10s possibly circling this 1.1 from Jason Kuhn, and the 3-bet is declared 2.5. Put a pin in the thought. Ace 10, by the way. Taking an ace off the board for Kuhn and a pathway to a set off the board for Mateos. Into the bin, back over to Jason.
I mean, Jason has the perfect hand here to just shove.
Say, man.
All right, we have a collision.
Chop this shit up, man.
21.5 million in the middle. And an incredible opportunity for Adrian Mateos to work his way to the top of this leaderboard. And for that matter, a chance for Kuhn to get back
I don't want to know
up
your cards though. I don't
and in the right direction.
I got to manifest.
Jack
I don't want to know what. I don't want to know what cards are dead.
Yeah. Ace 10 suited, Jack 10 suited? Ace 10 suited.
It sounds like he had King 10 of diamonds, but. Hey. Adrian, I'm gonna fist pump.
9
if I
trade
get there,
deuce.
like you. But don't fist pump if you get me, because you've done it too many times.
Kuhn claiming Mateos is held over him perhaps of late.
Oh,
6 outs are actually 4. That's not one of them. The bell tolls upon Jason
King of
Kuhn's
spades.
run here in this 250K. Takes his seat. Is there a reason to have done so? No, as the one-legged ace is inadequate.
Hey, good playing.
Jason Kuhn, 5th place.
Oh shit, 2G.
In my
Thanks, man.
opinion,
Sean,
he will be inducted to the
yourself,
Hall
brother.
of Fame this year. He just turned 40. One of the most impressive people that I've ever watched play poker right there. Jason Kuhn, he cares so much about getting better and better. His best friend is arguably the best two-way poker player in the world in Ben Tollerine. Kuhn, congratulations. I know you're not happy, but we're going to see a lot more of you because you are one of the best no-limit hold'em players to ever live.
Yeah, 1862. Okay. Thanks.
972. Going home with Jason. Add that to his career. 75.9 million coming in. But just look at this career at 31 years of age for Mateos. Made the waves in 2013 as he won the World Series of Poker Europe main at just 19 years of age. Youngest ever to collect 3 bracelets.
Oh, okay.
And I think just unilaterally respected by his peers. I've never heard anyone think that his game was lacking in any way, shape, or form. And this would explain why it is that you have really anointed him from within the booth across the last 2 days as the best 2-card player in the game today.
When it comes to no-limit hold'em tournaments in a high roller structure, Adrian Mateos, in my opinion, this is my opinion, that is the best poker player in high-limit, no-limit hold'em tournaments in the world. You want to say the Milky Way, you want to say the planet, whatever you want to say is he's only going to get better.
Yeah, he puts in the work, always trying to improve upon what is already
And I'll tell you right now, Ali, we're getting closer and closer to my prediction. With 4 left, if we could see Kenny and Mateos head up, you are in for some of the most entertaining poker that you have ever watched in your entire career. And the fact that GG Poker is allowing all of you to watch this for free is insane. It's insanity.
Wait, but careful, man, because, you know, if they hear this, they could all of a sudden put a price on things. You know what I mean?
As they should.
Rest assured.
As they should.
We're going to keep it free. You know what I mean?
For how long, Ali? How long do you get to see Mateos and bring Kenny for free? It makes no sense, Ali.
But
make them pay.
Charging for this content is not the way forward. I'm a man of the people. Bring it to them for free. We'll figure out how to monetize it on the back end. Meanwhile, figuring out how to win this pot is Bryn Kenny with this 10-6. But Einhorn not going to step aside with that 5 of diamonds. This was limped pre. The peel leaves us a little concerned without question. Kenny does pick up a Broadway gutter.
The next person in the chat that keeps saying to go back to the seniors event, I'm telling you all right now, stop it. You're going to get banned. I don't want to hear it. We're not going back to the seniors event. If you want to lose me, just stop it. Just stop it.
I think that's part of why they're saying that.
They all want Ali. They all want me out of here. Damn it!
No,
they all want me out of here.
They don't all want you out of here, my friend. That's a bit rich. As the bluff from Kenny required 2 streets, but the job is done. Meanwhile, the job seems to never be done for Jeff Platt, who is standing by with one of the GOATs, Jason Kuhn.
Wow. You said 37? 27.
Well, Jason, for somebody as competitive as you are, can you describe to us what the emotions are like in a moment like this after busting?
You know,
a lot of things in these final tables, you just like observe them happening to you, and this is one of them. And you know, Adrian's a legendary player, and when you get ace king in against tens, you're going to be out of the tournament half the time. And yeah, had a bunch of favorable situations early. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. But yeah, obviously, you know, I've always said this is my main event. I would love to win the 250K. And with the start I had today, I was like, oh, I got a chance. But that's how she goes.
So along those lines, it is safe to say you still feel the fire when you come into big tournaments.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel the fire. It doesn't even need to be a big tournament. Okay. Yeah, I want to win regardless. You know, I've said it for years, but I play less than I ever have, and I still play a lot. But when I play, I really want to win. If I'm here for a 25K or whatever, I give it absolutely everything I have. And, yeah, it's the drive to win is really my drug of choice.
And finally, you certainly don't need to say anything about yourself because your resume does speak for itself, but it is that time now where you're 40. Is the Hall of Fame just something that's at least on your mind, that it's something you're thinking about?
Yeah, it's definitely, I had, like I said the other day in a tweet, like I've had a couple moments where, you know, whenever I was really young, I would walk in and see the World Series or the Hall of Fame, Poker Hall of Fame, and I'm a bit of a poker history buff. Like, I read all the old poker things. I'm obsessed with old poker, from the Binions being here to Nick the Greek, and you know, to be a part of that story would be a dream come true for me. I really have so much respect for the people who came to Vegas and laid the games down, and you know, I've gotten really close with guys like Bobby Baldwin and Doyle Brunson, and every single minute I get with those guys or have with those guys to hear them tell me stories, it was amazing. And yeah, I can't believe I'm even in the conversation, and I definitely feel like I belong, but I just can't believe that 2 decades of giving my life to something, and here I am.
Well, I think we can say will be a dream come true. Thank you for the time, as always.
You.
Appreciate it, Jason. Guys.
What was it, 1 versus 2, of course?
GG's, JK. And I'm with you. I think he certainly has the greatest claim to getting into the Hall this year, and there are many who have legitimate claims. And I think that backlog is going to be cleared up over the course of the next few years. But man, there's a lot of goats waiting to get into the HOF pen.
And look at Bryn there folding ace-10. Folks, you're going to see a lot of unique situations now. A lot of you aren't going to understand it. But just watch and be patient.
Well, Winter is raising off of this short stack 8.6 in total coming into the pot. He finds himself 2 overs and a gutter, backdoor hearts. Mateos with the open-ender defending.
Now, Winter, we've watched him check back a lot of flops with made hands, with no hand. Again, he is short relative to the stack sizes that are left. Oh, wow.
Rip City from Sean, as he's just going to roll the dice and take his chances with this combo. And for Mateos, the 7 might have otherwise been attractive, but at this price, no.
I really like this bet by Winter.
Gutsy.
Very gutsy, Ali.
I think he just figures that maybe Mateos is a little bit less inclined versus your stack depth to get in there with that sort of part of the deck.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think, you know, Winter knows he's got outs no matter what. It's a great bet because if Mateos flopped like bottom pair, he almost has to fold.
Sean, so often, Jared, throughout the years, has done exactly this, kind of cobbled and chiseled and lurked at the back of the pack. Nobody knows how to stretch a stack better than him.
No, and I'll tell you, Winter has played, oh my God, Ali, look at this.
You can't spell Adrian without a couple of A's, and there they are in front of him in the small.
Oh my God, Ali.
Well, dearly beloved.
Can I say it?
We are gathered here today.
Can I say it?
To mourn the loss of Sean Winter.
Exactly. Sean Winter, congratulations. You have been eliminated from this poker tournament to the Conquistador.
2.7.
And again, it's a spot for Winter where he has, you can't fault him. You can't fault him with literally less than 20 bigs.
3-bet to 2.7 as the pin is pulled in the grenade. The Mentos are dropped into the Diet Coke. And the cigarette is flicked into a pool of gasoline.
Oh my God. If Winter can somehow get away from this, I'll tell you this, with 4 left, Ali, if anyone can get away from this, it is Sean Winter.
You know what's crazy? I think in a weird way, you're right. This is so small, though. 1.6 more. You can't say goodbye to 2.7 at this 4-bet sizing. Jared, can you? That would be insane, wouldn't it?
It's just the problem is like he's in such a tough spot here.
What's bottom of range for Mateos has played as we see the deployment of virtually all of it from Sean. Mateos says, show me the rest, and
oh my God,
perhaps we'll be showing Sean the exit. Risk is an understatement in front of elimination. Just 11%, and you see the distaste washing over his face.
See how Santosh does here?
Under 20 bigs, you can't fault Winter. 4-handed, blind versus blind.
Jack 6-4, not a club to be found. And
Should've just called, I guess.
easily could be drawing dead on this turn, and it's official.
Yep.
Well played, Winter. Played a lot better today, I thought, than yesterday.
It feels so unfair, doesn't it? It feels like, and I know this is a term that people push back on often, but he deserved better after 3 days of poker, fighting so hard.
Yours?
Excuse me. Than to just have it all come to an end.
I mean, I would have ripped
with
in 3, so I would have
that pot.
broken your seat.
You know what I mean?
For sure. We're down to 3. We have literally 2 of the top, arguably 3 no-limit hold'em players in the world, in Mateos and Bryn Kenny, and we have a billionaire in Mr. David Einhorn, who's donating all his winnings to charity.
Well, you got to look at that leaderboard briefly, along with that 1.3 million that is going home with Sean Winter. Added to the 38.2 that he earned throughout the course of his career coming into this particular pot. Not so bad for the South Florida kid who was a high school dropout once upon a time. GG Sean Winter, as we have ourselves a podium, but we don't have the running order. 3 of the 56 entries remaining right now, 1.862. The on-tap payout, second worth 2.77. So we're looking at a near $1 million hop. 910,000, let's call it, between third and second, as the trip to heads up comes with
just under 22.
a lot more cash.
And for all the hate I've been getting in the chat about Blez not knowing this, Blez not knowing that, well, I got news for you, chat. If Einhorn gets third, my prediction with 12 people left in this tournament will come true. Oh, my God, Ali. Bryn Kenny has flopped a straight.
Well, the issue, of course, is that Mateos has Jack high with the complete air. You know, yes, I do appreciate the excitement associated with the 9-high straight, but it would take, dare I say, a neurological event for Mateos to lose a lot here.
We continue.
Check fold.
That's right.
We continue.
What do you find?
No, I flopped this. I didn't show it, but I flopped this straight.
And I want to make a statement, okay?
Okay.
You knew
for the last
look,
day and a
even
half.
2 pairs not like that, like this straight. No.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah, especially on a board.
These are the 3 guys left. Ali. Ali.
Well, finish your statement.
You know what? I'll finish that statement when
no,
I come
come on,
Ali,
Jared. You can't leave us cliffhanging.
Ali, I can't take this. I'm not watching a seniors event when we're 3-handed for $4 million.
I hate to break it to you, but, you know.
Get me out of the seniors event, Ali. Get me out of here, folks.
It's not, come on, I told you, you're not missing anything over there.
Ali, it's not the point. I want to relax. I want to enjoy this moment.
Okay, I'm gonna bet the don't on you want to relax. I just would like to load up on the don't. Relaxation doesn't seem to be your goal here today. Limp from the queen deuce, dominated here by this king queen of
Why are we
Cheng Lu.
watching this? Why?
You know why? Because this is most of what poker is. It isn't 250K buy-ins. You know, and 5K, by the way, a big buy-in for most that they would aspire to out there listening, right?
Ali.
I'm just saying,
Ali.
Jared, this is most of the poker being played, and the type I think that chat can relate to more so in whatever their pastures are, in which they get down.
I get it. That's all great. But you know what? All 25, 30,000 people watching this are not here to watch the seniors event. I'm not sitting next to you. You are one of the greatest commentators to ever do this. I'm not sitting next to you to watch a seniors event, Ali.
Okay, well, if you are going to be forced to watch that event, how about this hand where Yaghmai has found queens and deuces versus top pair, and the stage seems set for carnage?
Ali, I'll say it again. I don't care.
Come on. It's not fair.
As much as the chat is crushing me today, and as much as they hate me, this is the one thing that they're actually agreeing with me on. They don't want to see the seniors event.
But what if I just tell you that this is not coming at the expense of anything actually happening in the 250K?
Ali, you don't get it, okay? When you're in the zone and you're watching greatness, this is a distraction right now. I'd rather look at a blank screen right now than watching the action of a seniors event.
I would like to apologize to those of you out there who are friends and or family of the three remaining in this event and who have maybe other opinions.
And by the way, it's not personal, okay? But when you have Bryn Kenny, Mateos, and Einhorn, I'd rather watch that than these three people right here.
I just... Well, your honesty is certainly something I think that that is refreshing. Five on the turn here. After Yaghmai limp called the pre-flop escalation, check called the flop. And then check raises all in on this turn, asking Cheng Lu for the rest of her 3.8. And I'm not so sure, having committed this many chips to this pot, she's going to be able to get away. Jared, I got this.
Ali?
No, as you were.
Ali, you got this.
I got this.
I'm getting the...
What's going on? You going to fire up a cup of noodles or something?
Ali, I'm taking a break.
Okay.
I can't watch this.
Yeah, but it...
Looked like I had no choice, huh?
Well, I think many in chat can sympathize with Cheng Lu's statement of, I have no choice. I, too, was not given a choice today. I'm just kind of... I know I can't stop him, guys. I'm just only trying to mildly contain him. Right?
I call whatever you have. I call, yeah.
Well, the call is made, and this is ugly. But things could be worse, as 9 outs are all live for Miss Lu.
Or king.
North of 20 million in the middle. Yaghmai would be left with just 4.2 if the catastrophic 3-5 or king were to greet him on the end. Cold, cold world here in this 5K seniors with 3 remaining. Six of diamonds wraps it up.
Holy shit. Bro, I've lost every hit of my life.
$314,000 for a third place finish, but obviously mountains of disappointment to take King Queen up against Queen Deuce and come out on the wrong side of it. As
No, they were cheering for
Nariman
you in this.
Yakmai and Juan Rodriguez are going to square off.
Hey, beautiful, man.
For the bracelet.
Thanks.
Okay, we're back to the 250K high roller. Shh. Don't tell Bless. Red deuces here for Bryn, limping. Einhorn wagging his finger with this ace-6. Similar stack depth.
All in. All you can eat. Oh, really?
Oh my, a limp jam here from the hard 4. And you hear Einhorn say, really, is A6 offsuit ever a candidate to call here, Jared? I mean, it would seem like insanity.
What tournament are we watching now?
Come on, you know the answer to that. That's why your headset's back on. But it was a limp jam from Bryn Kenny here. I don't know that there are too many players willing to embrace this sort of line with this sort of hand on this sort of stage. Jared, are you with me?
I'm still in shock. I'll tell you this, Einhorn, I don't think he's going to, yeah.
Einhorn cannot call, right?
No.
I mean, a call there would just be one of the most breathless things ever to happen. But I center again as I ask you, not every high roller is going to limp jam deuces there.
No.
With the ladders that we're talking about?
Yeah.
A bracelet on the line?
I'm telling you right now, Bryn Kenny, okay, and Mateos, they're all playing to win.
Well, I'll tell you what, playing to win takes a few different shapes. That one there was a YOLO style. Another ace for Einhorn here, this time in the small with Kenny uninvolved.
And again, I'm going to go back to it, folks. The less players at the table, the more skill becomes aware in a short-handed poker game, okay? Einhorn is at a disadvantage here, three-handed, okay? But in what sport, in what event in the world, I want you to name an industry where you can compete with two of the best players in their profession in the world. David Einhorn is sitting here, win or lose, okay? He's having the time of his life. He's going to remember this moment for the rest of his life.
Limp pot pre, check, post, and the deuce, of course, creating a lot more comfort to the man living the dream. And his ace is up, unfortunately 10 high. Not a customer, and I hear you, I've long maintained the same thing about poker. If you call it a sport game, whatever it is, there's just few arenas in which, as long as you have a buy-in, you're allowed to take a seat and get after it against the greats. You can buy a Super Bowl ticket, you can't throw pads on and go, you know, through tackling drills. It's just a totally different kind of delineating attribute.
People ask me this all the time, okay, wherever I go, about the main event, okay? A lot of people don't know this that are not in poker. Folks, you just have to put up a $10,000 buy-in to play in the main event. That is what makes poker such a great game, is that you can put $10,000 into a tournament and play with guys like Daniel Negreanu, play with guys like Phil Hellmuth, play with guys like Bryn Kenny. All you have to do is put up the buy-in. You can't do that in any other sport. You have to be athletic. You can't do that in any other game. You have to be super talented. Poker is one of the only games in the world where you just have to put up the money.
And putting up a second 8 onto the river is the dealer to leave Bryn reaching for chips at long last. Einhorn was on the attack from the button, never followed through and saved himself plenty in the process thus far, but
The issue with checking back twice, of course, is all of a sudden you begin to question whether or not this is just Sensei asking for the pot or a real hand. And you don't expect this barrel to come from king high.
No, you don't.
Nice fold.
Can we get an update on the chip count here live? What are we working with on the chip counts? Because
we're in that 20 million territory for Bryn and ascending at last check. Once we get the cards back in the air, you will see those counts as the players act.
Action on Mateos. And a walk. Every pot, guys, every single pot, folks, is crucial here. Even a walk for Einhorn. Every single hand, okay? This is why tournament poker is so interesting, Ali. We've played so much cash games, right? In cash games, you make a mistake, you lose a pot, it's not a big deal. But in a tournament, every mistake can literally ruin you from that event. Any mistake that you make can have you out and eliminated from this tournament. They've been playing for 3 days. And we watched it yesterday, Ali. We watched a lot of guys make mistakes. Ibinger, massive punt. Okay, Texas Mike made a massive error with ace high. Okay, Ibinger with 2 8s, stacking off for 27 bigs against Mateos. We've watched these guys make mistakes, but there's differences from guys like Ibinger and Texas Mike and guys like Mateos and Bryn Kenny and guys like Kuhn. Those guys don't make mistakes. I'm going to say it right now. You will not see any mistakes from Mateos or Bryn Kenny for the rest of this tournament.
I don't think many would be on the other side of that argument, just based on all that we have observed from him throughout the course of the years as we observe the raise and take on the button for Einhorn.
If you're just tuning in live, folks, third place, everyone is guaranteed $1.86 million.
Okay there? Stretching.
Second place is $2.7 million, and first prize is over $4.3 million.
You mean get fit? Working on it.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Working on it. Let's be realistic.
Limp pot here, Ali.
To the flop we go, 3, 4, 5, and Kenny's got the joint versus an open ender. Trouble on the horizon potentially for Einhorn. We understand the desire in a limp pot to sprinkle a little something out there and ask for this 1.5.
Ali, we've got a chance at some fireworks here.
Oh, and Kenny isn't going to lay in the cut. Up we go.
3.7.
I'll tell you right now, Einhorn having that 6.
He's at another 2.7.
Einhorn
slapped on top of this barrel.
That 6 is very concerning for Einhorn here. He has thoughts in his mind. What is he going to do?
9 million.
Raise 9 million.
Oh, the 3-bet as he plays back at Sensei and plays right in to his trap. You see Bryn taking a breath there.
And I'll tell you this right now, if I'm Bryn Kenny here, my play here is to call 100% of the time. Why? Because if my opponent's bluffing, I can't get any more money by raising, okay? But if, let's say, Einhorn has a made hand, he's going to get all the money anyway. He might as well let his opponent bluff the rest of it off. If I'm Kenny here, I'd love to see him call here, Ali.
Taylor von Kriegenberg alongside David's fiancée, Natalie, on the rail. You can feel the nerves and the tension on Natalie as she knows Einhorn
Ali,
is walking in to the Lion's Den right now. All you can eat says Bryn. And did Einhorn call? He did. He's just taking his chances here, and the best he's going to be able to do is chop.
Ali, I literally just talked about it. You cannot make mistakes in poker tournaments. You can't make mistakes. Einhorn played to perfection for almost 3 days.
But this one was a blunder, Jared?
It was. Unfortunately, he ran into it.
I can't lose this hand. Impossible.
And I'm going to tell you this right now.
7 though, which we would split. I knocked him out for a huge pot.
He's not out of the tournament yet. He's got chop outs here.
Well, he's one step closer.
He's got chop outs.
To just being out, Jared. Yeah. Only one of the 3 remaining 7s in the deck will bring mercy to David Einhorn and his hopes for a bracelet. And it isn't there.
Nice playing with you. Good luck.
An incredible run.
Nicely done. You got
did
me.
right.
You did
great.
Tremendous amounts of respect
You wound up in a
for
tough
all
3
that it
hand,
took for David to make it this
it's a top
far.
50
But just
six-handed as far as
one
I'm
misstep, and it's all over.
No, super tough.
Ali,
Tournament.
Good luck, guys.
David Einhorn,
really
I want you to know one thing. You came into the highest buy-in poker tournament of the World Series of Poker, and not only did you hold your own, you competed almost as well as anyone in this poker tournament. David Einhorn is literally the best thing that could happen to poker, donating all his money to charity, his beautiful fiancee Natalie, TVK in the background. Congratulations to Einhorn. Ali.
I mean,
is that it's illegal
tough to add a whole lot to that. David, you fought hard. You earned the respect of the best in the world, and you got yourself $1.8 million worth of philanthropy. I'll send it down to Jeff, who's with him.
Well, David, what a run, what a ride. What was this overall experience like for you?
It was just fantastic. I had so much fun. I mean, we got to compete with the best players in the world for 3 days. It was just a blast. These guys are so good at this, and just to try to hang in there and win a few pots, it was really a lot of fun.
I'm not sure if you were able to notice this or not, but your fiance, Natalie, on the rail, I mean, she was more nervous than any poker player could possibly be. What has her support been like for you in your poker journey?
Well, all things Natalie are just epic, except for the things that are just legendary. So, I mean, she's amazing in just every regard. We had quite a little engagement that just came up.
And I'm wishing you guys the best in the future. This is a great boost of almost $2 million for charity. Yeah, I mean, this is just awesome.
Yes, I'm playing for a charity called Citizen Scholars, and I think they're going to be really, really excited. It's actually run by a high school buddy of mine from going back when, and what they're doing is they are helping university presidents improve the culture on their campus so that it's more accepting of varying opinions and to try to bring community together and reduce conflict.
Well, we always enjoy having you here and appreciate what you do for this game. Thank you very much,
Thanks
David.
so much.
Thank you. David Einhorn, 3rd place in the 250K.
So with that, it is that matchup that you were salivating over, Jared. Bryn Kenny against Adrian Mateos. 2 different styles, but 2 absolute monsters when it comes to the high rollers. It'll be advantage Kenny when we come back. Heads up for 4.3 in the 250K. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
For centuries, poker was a game of instinct, bold bets, and leaving the rest to fate. Vegas turned the game into a dream worth chasing. Players started asking a different question. Not did I get unlucky, but did I make the right play? Online poker opened the doors for anyone, anywhere, to compete at the highest level. Skill became something you could train. Today, the champions don't leave it to chance. They study. They train. GTO Wizard, official poker training partner of the World Series of Poker.
This could be the last card of the 2003 World Series of Poker.
What you see is plain luck. What you don't see is the complex calculation behind every read, the cost of every call, and the weight of every fold. You see them moving with conviction. You don't see the math behind every move, the position, the pot odds, the expected value, the edge. You see the numbers on the cards. You don't see the numbers behind every decision. And the nerve to make the right one.
He's all in.
You see them going all in. You don't see everything they held back. The doubt, the fear, the noise. The real play is never just the move. It's the mind behind it.
Go all in.
The World Series of Poker, now presented by Solana.
We'll be packing a little something extra.
Made $50,000, ladies and gentlemen.
I am now guaranteed $95,000.
It starts with one hand. Let's go play it.
It is an honor to be next to Mr. Binion to open this marquee World Series of Poker store.
I can't fathom. Basically, it's filled up with poker.
I'm Vibhu Norby, and I'm the Chief Product Officer of the Solana Foundation. Yeah, so international payments is a huge problem. If you come to go play a tournament in the Bahamas, but you're a citizen somewhere else, how do you get money from one country to the other? How do you get money out when you win a tournament? How do you get paid out? Today, the old system is really inefficient. There are a lot of fees. The money can get locked up. Solana makes it easy and instantaneous and free. This is really the power of digital money. I can send someone $1 million or $1, pay a fee under 1/10 of a cent, and it shows up in your wallet instantly, no matter where you are in the world. It doesn't matter. So we're really excited to work with World Series on not just this brand partnership, but how do we enable the poker economy with digital finance and digital money? That's really the next step, and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff come to life later this year.
All in. All you can eat.
Call.
Call.
Nuts.
Yes, hand.
Only a 7. Only a 7 or restacking.
Bummer.
Jack 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course he clicked it back and then called.
I think Jack 6 is
I can't lose this hand. Impossible. If he doesn't hit a 7 though, which we would split, I knock him out for a huge pot. Yeah.
Nice playing with you. Good luck. Good game.
Well
Very
played.
nicely done. You got
You did
me.
great.
You
did great though. You know,
Thanks, man.
you wound up in a tough 3-handed.
Well, it's been a tough 50 6-handed.
For centuries, poker was a game of instinct, bold bets, and leaving the rest to fate. Vegas turned the game into a dream worth chasing. Players started asking a different question. Not did I get unlucky, but did I make the right play? Online poker opened the doors for anyone, anywhere, to compete at the highest level. Skill became something you could train. Today, the champions don't leave it to chance. They study, they train. GTO Wizard, official poker training partner of the World Series of Poker.
This could be the last card of the 2003 World Series of Poker.
What you see is plain luck. What you don't see is the complex calculation behind every read, the cost of every call, and the weight of every fold. You see them moving with conviction. You don't see the math behind every move, the position, the pot odds, the expected value, the edge. You see the numbers on the cards. You don't see the numbers behind every decision and the nerve to make the right one.
He's all in.
You see them going all in. You don't see everything they held back. The doubt, the fear, the noise. The real play is never just the move. It's the mind behind it.
Go all in.
The World Series of Poker, now presented by Solana.
I was just too tempted to play these.
All right, that was strong.
Never poke the bear.
All in.
You're not better at Phil Ivey at like literally.
Let's go.
The course of 4 rounds of competition, U16 will be whittled down to just one.
To be very successful, you have to have real discipline. You have to do what you know has to be done.
Did he maybe fall? Oh! Oh my God!
Oh! If Sergio's bluffing here, oh my God! All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Poker is my life.
We'll be packing a little something extra.
Made $50,000, ladies and gentlemen.
I am now guaranteed $95,000.
It starts with one hand. Just go play it.
It is an honor to be next to Mr. Binion to open this marquee World Series of Poker store.
I can't fathom. Basically, it's filled up with poker.
Well, here we are, heads up for the title of the 250K Super High Roller. And no surprise, this heads up includes 2 of the game's heavy hitters. Bryn Kenny, looking for bracelet number 3, has a pretty sizable chip lead over Adrian Mateos, but you just never know in heads up as Mateos looks for bracelet number 6. Bryn told Adrian he was going to have a party no matter what happens, and that Adrian was invited. I think invites were shared because you'll probably have a party too. So here we go, 250K, 500K. Mike, let's shuffle up and deal. Let's do this.
A heads-up showdown befitting a $250,000 buy-in. Ali Najad and Jared Blesnick, so pleased to have you with us for the final stretch of a 3-day tournament, the highest buy-in of the summer. Blinds at 3 and 600,000. Advantage, Bryn Kenny by about 30 bigs. As 4.3 million plus awaits the victor. 2.78, let's call it, is what's on lockup. The ladder, Jared, I don't need to tell you, even for these guys, stratospheric, 1.5 plus.
For all the haters in the chat, before we get into this, watch the footage, go back 24 hours ago, and tell me I did not announce these two. We're going to be head up. These are, in my opinion, the two best players. Once we hit the money, okay, Bryn Kenny here, we all know #1 all-time money winner, and Adrian Mateos, the Mario Lopez of Spain, okay? The two of them, Mateos, when I believe it's all said and done, will be the #1 all-time money winner. You are watching two guys
Are the blinds still
that have been doing this
perfect. Some places they lower it.
for almost 40 years combined, playing for over $4 million.
Doing it and doing it well, Jared, is, I think, the important key. And I don't know how, but every time you dial up a big buy-in event, you just expect this face at the FT. Bryn Sensei Kenny, winningest poker player of all time, drew first blood a pot ago with an ace. Now here he is with a couple of 5s, taking yet another one and extending the lead early here against Mateos.
Ali, we see that Bryn has a big chip advantage, okay? In your opinion, if we were even in chips, who do you think is the favorite head up?
You know, it's... I know this is going to seem like a cop-out, right? But I do think stylistically they are so different. You've touched on the idea that Mateos doesn't put a foot wrong as we see things going right here, courtesy of ace-king of clubs. Shoots it up and takes it. But Adrian Mateos is like a scalpel, right? And Bryn Kenny, more so for me, is a blunt force sort of instrument. And this is not to detract against the way in which he approaches the game, but you've seen the lines that he is willing to take, the appetite for risk, and the savagery that comes with deviations from all that ICM architecture that is the blueprint for a Mateos run to the bracelet. And that's what makes this such a treat.
100% Kenny here.
Ace in the big.
And Chet,
5.2.
You know, for most of you that don't know, my specialty has always been playing head-up poker. That's 95% of my whole career was playing head-up. And what I'm going to tell you is, head-up is a game, especially in a tournament, where you're playing almost 100% of hands pre-flop because of the big blind ante. There's almost no folds pre-flop. There's going to be a lot of limp re-raising. There's going to be a lot of raising. There's going to be a lot of flatting. There's going to be a lot of 3-betting. I'll say it again. The fact that all of you get to watch this for free, you're not going to see this, okay? You are watching right now the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals. You're watching Brunson. You're watching Wemby. You're watching head up. Two of the greatest to ever do it, Ali.
700,000.
This is what dreams are made of.
And this is what chips being lost are made of. Bottom pair versus middle pair here. Tough to flop a piece, heads up. 9-6-4 board, limp pot pre. You saw Mateos check calling with the best hand.
And again, you know, a lot of times in no limit hold'em, when you flop a pair, it's usually the best hand. It's not that easy to flop a pair and hold'em. Bryn is going for value here with bottom pair. It's an interesting bet, Ali, because I feel like it was supposed to be value, but the sizing.
Yeah, 2.1 into 2.9. And Mateos making the call. Are you surprised that he even bothered to swing at it?
No, because again, it's hard to make a pair. Bryn has the figure he has the best 4. He's probably going to check back the river here and lose.
Check. 6.
That's exactly how it plays out. 7.1 million heads to Mateos as he narrows the gap.
And I expect with the stack sizes being where they are, unless we see a cooler pre-flop, I expect a decent amount of post-flop play. I'll tell you right now, the strategy of Mateos is he wants to see as many flops as possible. The strategy for Bryn Kenny is the exact same thing. Both of them think they have an edge. One of them will end up winning. And we're going to see who that person is. Mateos, again, you're going to see a lot of limping on the button with the big blind ante.
Jack 6 deuce board with a couple of spades. Neither player connecting meaningfully. That 10 of spades the focal point for Bryn. Both parties checking. Second 6 arrives.
I'm going to say 2 things, Ali. Is that my prediction here, head up, is that Bryn Kenny is going to win more of the hands that are played. I think when neither player has anything, I think Bryn is going to win more of the hands. But I think when all the money goes in, I think Adrian has a better chance of getting the money in as a favorite. So I think overall Bryn is going to win more of the overall pots.
Okay.
But I also think he's more likely to make an error.
The one thing we know about Bryn, though, is he is willing to both live and die by the sword that he swings.
I'll tell you this man has no fear. He picks up 2 8s on the button.
Yeah, no reason to be scared. 1.3.
And again, you're noticing with the big blind ante, you're almost forced to call with every hand head up. Let's see a flop, Ali.
9-6-4. Mateos is open-ended. 1 overcard to the ace. As we dial up the GTO Wizard recommendations, 85% of the time it prefers that Kenny checks back, and that's precisely what he does, picking open-ender on the turn at the same time that Mateos makes a 7 high straight. Adrian checking. It looked like a pretty balanced check. Bet mid, bet large breakdown there from the Wiz. Now the Wiz wants Kenny 3 out of 4 times to bring the big bet into this 3.1.
And this is a lot of trouble for Bryn, okay? A lot of trouble. He has 2 8s, which are the blockers to the nuts. And I expect Mateos here to check raise on a draw-heavy board here. That is what the Wizard recommends.
4 million into the 3.1. The overbet. Mateos.
Wow, Mateos
just calls.
Wow.
This isn't just a man concerned about 5-8 and 8-10, Jared. This is a man who wants to give rope to Kenny, who, as you pointed out, is fearless, and sometimes that lack of fear can cause him to get himself into some situations. A board pairing 4 on the river. 11.1 already in there. Do we have to pursue value, or can we just check back?
The way that this hand has played out, I would not fault Kenny here for value betting.
14.5.
Wow.
Value betting, he's over betting. 14.5, and never before has a 7 high straight been less comfortable. A board pairing 4 bringing the potential for a boat. And of course, we've got the third nut straight, but it is heaps of hand.
And it's so funny, Ali, because I literally just came off saying that if anyone was likely to make an error, it was Bryn Kenny playing head up.
And there is the call from Mateos, and he has wrestled the chip lead away from Bryn Kenny early in this heads-up match.
And the thing is this, right? Bryn Kenny, I'm not really sure what he was doing there. I almost feel like he was trying to maybe get a 9 to fold with blocking the straight in his mind. Adrian calling the turn, which GTO Wizard did not recommend, ended up working out for him in the best way possible.
Again, there's that player dependency. Bryn just has that get up and go. He brought 2 overbets to that pot. And a massive balance transfer in the 250K. As we look at the 25K High Roller PLO, this is probably one of the most exciting events of the summer. There's Adam Hendricks, Mohamed Salah jersey in tow.
Maybe.
2-time ring winner is Adam.
Yeah.
World Cup fan as well. Artur Martirosyan, Stone Cold Killer.
That guy could play poker, man.
He's run out of wrists and ankles.
That guy
to
is
adorn.
So tough, Ali. So tough.
What about this man? Isildur himself of online fame, Victor Blom. 7.6 million in career live earnings, but he'll put together millions more in such short order with a mouse in his hand. If there's a nosebleed online cash game, he's going to be in it. Meanwhile, Jeremy Osmus in this one, looking for bracelet number 7. Documenting it as he goes. There's a 4-card man, Dylan Weissman, 2-time bracelet winner. Over-under line on number of cardigans owned by Dylan Weissman. Jared, do you have? Are we in the 30 to 40, 10 to 20 range?
10.
10? I like over 10. I also confess I kind of like this AI video of Alex Foxen that's been making the rounds in socials. Look it up. Chance Corneth. He can play some pot limit Omaha. 4 bracelets. Chip leader coaching crew, he and Foxen. There's Bryce Yockey. On the receiving end of, dare I say, the dirtiest beat I've ever been in the booth for.
Triple draw.
50K PPC,
Josh
pat
Arya,
number
right?
2 against Josh Arya.
I remember that.
4 or 5 years ago, I want to say at this point,
I
but just never, ever going to forget that hand. Meanwhile, Kenny would sooner forget that last pot, as it's the one that has left him out-chipped, but not bashful. Dominating this King Deuce suited, which Mateos has limped. Taking it upstairs to 2.5. Mateos makes the call, 5.6 in the middle. Ace 9-4.
And this is sometimes the problem head up when you limp call, okay? On board textures like this, if Mateos raised pre-flop and Kenny were to call, it's way more likely that he was able to win the pot. And this is the problem. Again, the aggression is going to go to Kenny. Like I said, he's going to win more of the pots in this match. The question is, when all the money gets in the middle, Ali, who is going to have the best hand? And look at this guy putting his jacket on. I'll tell you what impresses me the most about the Conquistador is his table presence at the table. Not only is this one of the most handsome men in all of poker, but he gives nothing away. Nothing. This guy has love for poker. Ali?
Go on. This is a self-explanatory deal. Gives nothing away. Love for poker. Perhaps feeling a little chilly, hence the jacket.
Ali,
Although he's warming up out there.
one of these guys is going to win $4.3 million and a gold bracelet in the highest buy-in poker event of the summer at the World Series of Poker. Kenny opens here with King 7 of spades, 2.5x. Mateos here has a phenomenal hand to call with out of the big blind. We're going to see a flop here. Head up. Oh, and look at Mateos flopping middle pair and a backdoor flush draw and straight draw.
Jumping in front of this King 7 suited in a limped one pre. No chips in motion.
And we're going to see
allowing the ace to come off on the turn.
Mateos here has to check that card. Bryn here checking behind. And let's see if Mateos, and I like this check by Mateos. Again, just because you think you have the best hand doesn't mean you have to bet. You can let your opponent bluff at it. He happened to have king high. I can't believe we're down to 2 left. Ali, this has been so much fun. I just want to point this out here. As much as the chat has been steaming me up, you have to appreciate what we're all watching here, okay? It's true. It's not every day, and I take that back, Ali. Great timing, Ali. I take back everything I just said.
Well, looking to take down a bracelet, and it would be his first, is Juan Rodriguez, as he asks Nariman Yaghmai for all of it. Yaghmai, with ace-3, has the lead. Boy, you can see how much this means to Rodriguez. I got the seniors, Jared. You relax.
Okay. In all fairness, though, this is a huge deal. We got to appreciate this. 844 players.
$673,000 to the winner. $448,000 already locked up.
Good luck to both you guys.
11% advantage for Yaghmai. Both men feeling the gravity of this moment. 10-7 deuce, ace high is still best. Neither of these men have a World Series of Poker bracelet. And one of these men is a step closer to a double, merely needing to ward off kings and eights. Is Yaghmai in the king on the end?
Wow.
Juan Rodriguez has won his first ever World Series of Poker bracelet. A 6-outer sending his rail into a frenzy. Una vez para Peru.
In all seriousness, congratulations.
Dealing with it gracefully, of course, is Nariman. Aided by the 400 plus that he picks up. But bracelet number 1 will have to wait, as no longer will we wait to get back to the action between Mateos and Bryn. You see the stacks leveling off a touch. Mateos with the ace choosing to limp the button. Kenny checking back and flopping a jack high straight. The joint. That's how he got rid of David Einhorn, but unfortunately for him, Mateos doesn't have much interaction whatsoever. So the check back.
Kenny with the discipline to check it twice. Can Kenny check it again? Now Adrian here, he has a very interesting ace of hearts. Okay, the board's paired. Mateos might might want to look him up here. He's asking himself, what is Bryn betting here on this run out? He's not doing this with a deuce. And he passes.
There you see the GTO Wizard breakdown of Bryn Kenny, 48% VPIP, 32% pre-flop raiser. He squared off against Mateos in ring situations in these high roller streets, but I'm not sure how many times, if any, he's played him heads up.
I was going to ask you that, Ali. Have they ever played head up for... I mean, I can't think of any time.
I can't recall an occasion on which it's happened. I mean, maybe online at some point, but live.
I mean, folks, the #1 player in all of Spain, the #1 player in all of America.
In all of the world, my friend, in terms of money.
Money. But Bryn Kenny, the best American in the world. Mateos, the #1 player out of Spain. All we're missing right now is Ding Bao, the #1 player out of China, to be three-handed.
Time out, because this turn isn't missing a 5 of clubs, which gives Mateos 5s and 4s, and an excuse to lead into Kenny, who's got the gut shot straight flush draw. He was the razor pre-flop and then checked back, and that is in part responsible.
And I'm going to tell you
for
right
the 2.4.
Kenny has a hand that I'd love to actually see him race. Okay?
Why is that?
He ended up calling. I prefer a raise here. Obviously, he's got a lot of outs.
But why the preference, Jared? Tell me.
Because if you look at a hand like what Mateos actually has, right? If you raise the turn, okay, and take control of the hand, you can maybe get a hand like this to fold by the river. The problem is on a complete brick, on no improvement by Kenny, it's hard for him to actually bluff at this now and actually win the pot. So if Mateos actually were to check here, I can't see Kenny actually bluffing with 8 high because it's... Okay, Mateos is going for value.
Are you surprised by that choice?
I'm actually not. The queen is never supposed to hit Kenny.
Okay.
Okay. But
what pays us? A worse 5?
Could be ace high.
Okay.
Any 5. But again, I mean, I would have liked to see Kenny raise the turn and put a decision to Adrian.
Instead, it ends up being a barrel and a take. Now Mateos limping the button once more. I think oftentimes you'll see players in heads up bring the raise on the button with high frequency, but versus Kenny, Adrian can tend to let Bryn kind of be the man.
And I'll tell you right now, okay, 8-5 suited. Ali, this can get very, very interesting.
That's 1.6.
So Kenny leaning into the ace high texture. Open-ended with backdoor clubs is Mateos facing 1.6.
Now the problem with Mateos' hand here is that if he raises and happens to get 3-bet, he's in the worst spot ever, okay? He elects to call. I think that's best. Let's see 4th Street. And look at this card, Ali.
Board pairing ace that brings the backdoor flush draw to add to the menu for Mateos.
And here's the thing, right? You have to understand, if you're Kenny, what's going through your mind right now. Mateos limp called the button. It's very unlikely that Mateos is holding an ace in his hand. Let's see what Mateos likes to do here. Does he want to take a free card, or does he want to start putting money into the pot now?
Bryn
6.2.
not showing the appetite for another barrel, and that creates some hunger pangs in Mateos's belly as he brings 6.2 and takes it.
Great bet there by Adrian. Notice how Ali Mateos has almost limped every single hand on the button head up. It makes it very difficult to play against because his range is so wide. It's anyone's match.
Chino on hand with El Jefe carry cats as the rail has thickened.
Bryn on the button with Jack 8 offsuit. Notice how the styles are different, okay? Bryn has been opening on the button most hands. Mateos has been flatting the button most hands. And notice this by Mateos. Adrian. 5-4 suited is a very good hand, folks, to 3-bet with. We watched Kuhn do it on day 1 of this tournament. We watched Einhorn do it today in 3-bet on day 3 of this tournament. And now we watch Mateos do it head up here for the bracelet. Is this Mateos' time? Is this his moment?
He's had so many at such a young age. But this would stand out, no question.
And now Mateos, look at this. He's mixing it up, Ali.
You know, I love the balance on Adri, and I love the way in which in real time he's going to make all of the adjustments. If I know him, he actually appreciates the opportunity to play against someone that is going to give him a mental workout like Bryn.
I want to say this. I'm a fan of that man right there. I am legitimately a fan.
How can you not be?
Okay, I am sitting here as a fan, Ali. I'm so honored to be sitting next to you watching this. Imagine Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, okay? Imagine Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, okay? Imagine Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. That is what you're watching right now.
Top pair against tens and deuces. Issues on the horizon for Bryn Kenny. He was the Razor Pre. Mateos has him in a world of hurt as it stands. In comes the C-bet.
And I got news for you. The money, Ali, might be all going in right now. If Mateos check raises, we might be singing all in pot for all of it, Ali.
6.5. 6.5.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
26 million back for Kenny.
Ali, this might be it.
The check raised to 6.5.
This might be it, folks.
We can see the fuses lit. Will the explosion come?
If Kenny jams here, this might be it, Ali.
11-3.
Raise.
Not a jam,
Raise to 11.
but a 3-bet. Mateos has heaps. 17 million left to play for, Jared. Do we ever feel the need to get cute and flat, or we just rip it in?
I would rip it here with Adrian's hand. I'm just moving in. I'm not playing games. Look at this, guys. Look at him. Ali, he could taste the bracelet. He can feel the money. Look at him. He's going to move in.
And there is the all-in. Back over to Bryn, and he has made the call.
Dobles. Contra top pair.
Mateos advising his
Dos, hay
rail.
que pedir el dos.
Kenny could counterfeit those tens and deuces with a 4. He could make a better 2-pair with a 9.
You know, it's funny, Ali. I got to give myself credit. I said when all the money got in the middle, Mateos was probably going to have the best hand.
You need foresight.
Kenny was going to win more.
Do you know what a four-sider in Baccarat is? And when he check raises the flop, there's no way you can do anything. Do you know what a four-sider in Baccarat is? You need four sides. That's all you need.
So what do you have?
He's got 10. You need a 9 or a 4 or running pair of the board.
What does he have, 10 deuce?
10 deuce.
Listen, four sides, BK. Four sides for BK, I'll tell you right now.
There was a spot where he didn't raise me on the river in this hand.
Four sides.
Tension-filled air. An 8 on the turn, adjacent to the needed 9. So add snowmen to the 4s and the 9s required to keep this match going.
Hopefully Chino
Somewhere, Doyle Brunson looking down on this 10 deuce and smiling. Is Mateos gonna claim his 6th bracelet? A 4-1 favorite with 1 to come, and it's official! El Conquistador is your 250K No Limit Hold'em Super High Roller champ.
For the last 2 days, I've told the world that is the best No Limit Hold'em player on planet Earth. He just defeated the all-time money winner in Bryn Kenny.
And Kenny will add nearly $2.8 million to that all-time figure of $85 million plus.
I'll tell you right now, Adrian Mateos and João Vera, you're looking at them right there. Both of those guys right there, folks, those 2 guys right there might be the best 1-2 punch in all of poker. Those 2 guys across all formats in all games might be the best 2 poker players in the world in their respective games, Ali.
But the story today, Jared, is that of Mateos. With all that he has achieved in his 31 years, even this appears to be hitting different. And who could argue with that? 4.3 million plus to add to a career 62.6 and change coming in. Bracelet number 6. And cementing himself into the annals of the World Series of Poker yet again. 9 years from now, Jared, he's going to be the one we're talking about as potentially a first ballot Hall of Famer, don't you think?
How old is Adrian Mateos?
31.
He's 31 years old. I want the world to think about that. This man, the Mario Lopez of poker, is 31 years old.
I think we need to say 31 years young.
I think I'm going to say that we need to make an exception because this guy can't wait 9 years to get into the Hall of Fame, Ali. He can't wait 9 years. He needs to get in right now, damn it.
An incredible achievement. 3 days of grueling poker against truly the best in the world.
Congratulations, Adrian.
And he's the man.
What do you want to say?
At the
It's my
top.
honor to present to you the bracelet, short and sweet. Okay, stand by, I'll count you in. And then you stand on
You know what, chat? This might be the last time you see me, okay? I called this from day one, and I'm getting no respect in the chat, and I'm tired of it. I want you to give me some respect, damn it. I said it for 2 days that this was the best player in the world and that he was going to win this tournament. And I get no respect, Ali. I can't take it.
You're going to survive, Jared, I promise. I, on the other hand,
Grab the bracelet or the whole case? The bracelet.
I can't. It's not fair.
Stop looking. Just,
Got you.
you know?
We can do it. Yep.
Well, the photo ops and the presentation
Never
of the
nervous.
bracelet coming your way.
All right, Adrian, on behalf of the World Series of Poker, I'd like to congratulate you on the Super High Roller 250K winner. You can take home this bracelet, 2026.
You deserve it. Final thoughts, Jared, other than that you're not getting adequate respect from the chat for your prediction?
Sometimes in poker, the best player wins. And that's what we just watched today. Adrian Mateos, congratulations. The number one player in Spain, and in my opinion, the number one player in all of No Limit Hold'em tournaments, Ali.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 for the Colossus. But until then, on behalf of our whole crew here in Las Vegas and my man Jared Blesnick, this is Ali Najad saying so long from the World Series of Poker.